everybody. This is Lady Luck. How y'all doing? I am late. I am so sorry. Oh man. Okay. I just emailed Johnny and sent him the link for him to hop up whenever he's ready. Hey Zay, how you doing? How's it going? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to everybody. Hope you guys are well. Am I echoing again? Uh-uh. I don't want to echo. Okay. Is that better? Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Gil? How you doing? Ralph, what's up? Ralph, Enrique, is that better? Can you guys hear? Everybody speak to everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. I am late. I am so sorry. We were supposed to be doing. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We were supposed to be doing a live this evening with Johnny Walker Dread. I don't know. I just literally, y'all, I picked my son up from school, had to get him situated, trying to get him ready for school tomorrow. So, oh man, I really hope I sent him the link. So you might be rescheduling the discussion for this topic. If so, then that's fine with me. Oh man, yeah, during the week it's whole hard to do when you this is regular 9 to 5. Um, I'll email him and let him know we can schedule this for another day because I want to do it right. I believe in that. So plus, there's so much going on in the news, you all. It's like, I mean, it's like madness. There was a school shooting in Colorado, and then I did a very late live stream last night about Charlie Kirk, and I mean, a whole assassination on national television. And it's just kind of it's a lot happening. And then Umar, Marianne she did a video saying that she had to go to the authorities on Umar. Prince of Pan Crust Pizza still doesn't know how to act. So shout out to Black Anonymous. I said that I was gonna go over the video that her and Manny sent me. Um and now let me just email Johnny Walker right quick and let him know we can reschedule and set this up to do it right on Saturday. I think that would be better. Because I want to, be prepared. I want to make sure that, I'm on time when I have guests. I don't want to have to do it this way. To me, people start thinking you're raggedy and ratchet, and that time to me, it's just a disservice to you all and to his platform as well. And I don't want to do that. I want to do it the right way. So let me just send this right quick, and I'll change the title so we can get everyone in, because if she's had to go to the authorities on the Prince of Pancrust pizza, like, people doing the most. People are doing the most right now, especially on social media. People doing he doing too much. Prince of Pancrust pizza, you doing too much, bro. You doing too much. Marianne Lorient, it seems like she's sweet as pie. She had to go to the authorities on you? I mean, that is insanity. Hold on a second. Thank you all for bearing with me. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you come in. I am so sorry. I'm just trying to get some things set up here. I'm gonna share my screen and hold on, because I cannot understand what in the world is Umar up to make someone want to go to the, like, Mary and Lorient want to go to the authorities on him, and she doesn't seem like she would. I mean, she wouldn't do this for nothing. That's what's so crazy about this. He's got his daughter out here begging for his, for his attention and affection, and now he has Mary and Lorient going to the authorities on him. He's such a clown. He's such a clown. So we're gonna share this video and check this out. If you guys have not subscribed to Marianne Lorient, make sure you subscribe to her channel. She is the contact. She's so she can start building the case. Absolutely. That's my birthday. What's your birthday? Hold on. What am I missing? Say your birthday? Everybody speak to everybody. Hey, Bougie Bobby, how you doing? What's going on? Say, I'm missing your birthday. I left her a message under that video to document every call, every voicemail, every email, every attempt at contact so she can start building her case. Yeah, because he threatened to sue her. Gives me more time to prepare my mind for bad news about Rashad Ritchie. I know, Bougie. Yeah, and I want to be prepared as well. So, but I definitely want to check this out. Here, let me put this up and change this out here. And then we'll make sure, like I said, I want to do this the right way. I'm changing this. Listen, I'm editing in real time, y'all. Hold on a second. Shout out to Lene Stacks for the fantastic conversation that we had in the last live. Absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed that discussion. And yes, I do plan on having, more discussions with her as much as she wants to come up. Oh yeah, this is perfect. As much as she wants to come up on the Lady Luck Club, she is more than welcome. Y'all, oh, I got the perfect thumbnail. Y'all ready? Oh no, I can't change anything right now. Oh no. I got the perfect thumbnail. It's a thumbnail of this clown. I got the perfect thumbnail of this clown being arrested by the cops. Oh man, I already had it. Can y'all see the title? I updated the title. And then I will make sure we do Johnny Walker Dread justice by having our discussion pushed back to Saturday. Hold on a second, y'all. As always, if Johnny Walker wants to come up and engage in the conversation regarding Umar and this video here from Mary Ann,
He is more than welcome as always, but I think it would be best for us to push back our discussion to Saturday. That's what I'm asking for him to do is let's push it back to Saturday so we can both be prepared. I got your email, Manny. So we're about to check this video out, you all. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me, for tuning in. Um, Saturday is my birthday, so I can get you to play the birthday song for me on that day. Yay! Girl, you know I'm gonna play it either way, regardless of whatever we talk about on Saturday. Hopefully Johnny Walker does have time to come back and we can discuss, the many, many horrible dissertations and false claims of education and degrees earned or whatever from Rashad Ritchie. We're going to play the birthday song. We always do that. We celebrate birthdays up in the Lady Luck Club. Y'all, we're in the YouTube mansions. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Y'all hit that like button. 13 people coming in. Everybody make sure you hit that like button. What's going on, Crypto Preschool? Glad I made it. Glad you're here. We got a birthday Saturday, you all. We got to celebrate my mods. Shout out to my mods. And shout out to all of you, my members, supporters here in the LLC. Of course, we celebrate you. Everybody, speak to everybody. You guys ready to watch this video? Because I'm very curious as to what the hell Prince of Pancrust Pizza is doing to make people want to call the authorities on him. It's like, dude, especially a woman. Hey, Skeeter. Hey, Mark. Skeeter, tell Mark that Umar, Marianne Lorient's got to get the authorities on Umar's dumbass. I can't believe this. All right, y'all. I'm just trying to set this up here so you all can see the video and not me. Once again, make sure you guys check out her channel. Give her a thumbs up and a like. Tell her Lady Luck Club sent us over here. Try to figure out what the hell's going on. Okay, let's get to it. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear.
Hello, this is Marianne. Good morning. I look a little disheveled this morning, a little tired. I worked last night, third shift, and once I left work this morning, I went
You bought her
straight
channel
to the
membership?
Avon police station. I wanted to get a restraint on Dr. Umar,
Wow.
but I wasn't successful to get a restraint on him, but um, I was able to file a report. So, you guys are probably saying, Marianne, what
What?
transpired where you're getting off work and you had to go to the police station instead of going home, um, after a 8-hour shift, regrouping, resting, and to get up and start the rest of your day? Well, let me tell you guys what transpired. As most of you know, I'm a new YouTube content creator. So the ball is rolling because
She
we're
looks
in the process.
I just want to point out she looks exhausted. What the hell is he doing to her? And is this scrub she's wearing? She works in the medical field. I mean, she still has a regular job. She has kids. Like, he still doesn't get it. He's such a fucking coward. And yes, I just dropped the F bomb. He's a coward. If he's doing something to where she feels like she needs to go and get a restraining order against a woman, against him, and she's a woman with kids and a job and a life and bills, all the things he doesn't have and can't obtain if he gave him all the money in the world. What is wrong with him? He needs his ass whooped. It's like, leave people alone. Clearly she don't want to be bothered with him. Leave her alone, Uma. Leave her alone. It's not that difficult. Leave her alone. Oh my God.
The making of Awaken. To show behind the scene the 3 days
Exactly.
of
Hey,
hell
Artis.
that I had to endure to make Awaken a reality. And I salute everyone who was part of that project. That's probably one of the biggest challenge as a filmmaker I ever had. So, um, I created, they have this thing where you can have members only um, channel. Well, members only um, on the channel,
Right.
and they pay to get exclusive video. Like if you're not uh, a paying member, you don't have access to the video. So I said I gave Awaken for free. When we bring this new movie, everybody's paying for it. I'm not giving this one for free. So, and I'm constantly playing around with the channel, learning the different feature. So I set up a feature um, where you had level 1 and level 2, and I said level 1 will be like little exclusive thing, probably, you know, that's probably where I'll conduct my live chat. And then level 2 will be every time I have a feature film,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue doing theatrical release.
Okay.
But when I'll retire it on YouTube. So when it comes, like,
Okay, for those who are just joining in, because I have to pause and give some commentary. So this is Marianne Lorient. She did she was the producer behind the film Awaken with the Prince of Pan Crust Pizza's, thunkhead ass. And she's speaking of the channel memberships. So when you have, and I did a video on how to join and purchase a membership on the channel. That's kind of standard for all channels. You click the join button and you grab how many ever levels they may have. It's up to the content creator. I have 2 levels. She sounds like she says she has 2 levels as well. So I know she said, when the film was first released, that it was accidental. She did not mean to release it because she's still learning YouTube. So far, that's where we are. She went in to the police station, Avon Police Station, to try to get a restraining order. They didn't give her the restraining order, but she was able to file a complaint. So that's pretty much where we are right now.
when it comes on YouTube, my paying members are the one who's going to have access to the feature film. So I created those level 1, level 2. Now, YouTube has this thing they give you notification, like um, how the video is trending, or hey, um, just like when they gave me a notification, hey, you have met the requirement, your channel can now monetize. Like they give you notification. So I got
Right.
a notification. I got a paying member. I'm like, paying member? I haven't even posted a video for members only. How I got a paying member? So
The option is
as
there
the
regardless.
content creator, you can see who your paying members are. Family. Family. Lord and behold, I click and UMAR is on my channel as a paying member.
You can't make
This
this up.
Negro is doing the utmost. You hear me? The utmost. So I'm like, why? Why on earth do
Right.
you want to be? He's not just a YouTube channel subscriber. He is a paying member on my channel.
I'm
So I said, you know what?
hold on. Let
How
me
I
go back
got
a
a
little bit.
paying member. I'll retire it on YouTube. So when it comes, like when it comes on YouTube, my paying members are the one who's gonna have access to the feature film. So I created those level 1, level 2. Now YouTube has this thing they give you notification, like um,
So
how
what
the
is he
video
paying
is
for?
trending, or hey, um, just like when they gave me a notification.
Hey, Laura, shout out to you. Shout out to my Maz, RT, Saint. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and to all the members and supporters and viewers and listeners and lurkers and people in the bushes. Shake them bushes out. Hit that like button. Okay, so she's so far she didn't have any content on the membership channel, and yet he purchased the membership, but yet he's calling us struggle streamers every day. He literally loathes YouTube because Lynn and Honor. Let's just be honest about that. Lynn and Honor is the reason why he wants to avoid YouTube. But yet he bought a membership on her YouTube channel. Why? Awaken was free. It wasn't on her membership page. So why did he buy a membership? And with what money? I don't care if it's $4. I thought he was broke. And was it him or maybe someone taking over his page? I'm a little jarred by the idea of him trying to sue her for the rights to the film, and then he turns around and purchases a membership on her YouTube channel, and there's no content there. So what the hell is he doing? It's like he's being a jackass to be a jackass. I mean, if she said leave me alone several times before, just leave her alone. Why buy a membership to her channel?
Hey,
all money ain't good money.
You have met the requirement. Your channel can now monetize. Like they give you a notification. So I got a notification. I got a member, a paying member. I'm like, paying member? I haven't even posted a video for members only. How I got a paying member? So
this is crazy to see what she's
creator,
doing. Yeah,
you can see who your paying members are. Family. Lord and behold, I click and UMAR is on my channel as a paying member. This Negro is doing the utmost. You hear me? The utmost.
This Negro.
So I'm like, why? Why on earth do you want to be? He's not just a YouTube channel subscriber. He is a paying member on my channel. So I said, you know what? Enough is enough. When I get off here, I'm going to go and get a restraining order on him. This man is calling me. Now he's a paying member on my channel. This is just too bizarre.
Tried to sue her.
When I got to the station, they had me sit, and a sergeant came out, and he was like, hey, what's going on? I said, I want to have a restraining order on UMAR Johnson, and I gave his government name, Jermaine Schumacher. And he's like, well, what's going on? I said, I'm getting phone calls that I don't want phone call from him. And I said, I can play, it's on my phone. He's like, all right, play the message. I played the message. He's like, doesn't sound like he's threatening you. I said, yeah, but I don't want the phone call. He's like, okay, you don't want the phone call. This is someone you knew that you gave your number to. Block him. That's what we would suggest. If the phone call were threatened, but he's not threatening you. He said, hey, you send me the voicemail. Okay. I said, well, I'm a YouTube creator, and he's on my channel. He's a paying member. And I don't even have an exclusive video for member. And they're like,
harassing
YouTube. He's paying member.
Pause. Okay, so let me help you guys understand something right now. Police officers are not attorneys. Okay? Police officers are not bar licensed attorneys. Many of them do not know the law. I want you all to hear me on that and hear me clear. Police officers are not attorneys. They're not even lawyers. Many of them do not know the law, and they half time don't remember their own departmental policies. So when you're talking to a police officer, you have to be careful in what you're saying and how you phrase it, because you're not trying to give them information as if they're going to give you some legal sound advice, because they can't do that. They're not attorneys. What they're basically going to say is my suggestion, our recommendation, or our opinion is on this and that and the third. But they can't legally advise you of anything. Therefore, they can't tell you what you can and cannot file. Just like when someone goes up missing, you don't have to wait 24 hours to file a complaint. Just because they're claiming that they don't accept a missing person's report doesn't mean you cannot file it. No, you can file it and let their asses sit on it if you want. then you document it and then you report them. There's no law in place that says you must wait 24 hours to report someone missing. That's the ignorance that many of these police officers have. And I'm not calling them stupid. I'm just saying when it comes to matters of the law, many of them don't know it because they're misquoting laws and they're trying to tell you things as if they're telling you something from a legal stance, and they don't have the standing to do it. They're not attorneys. So don't ever go and tell law enforcement, police officers, what's going on. When you're giving them your complaint, you're telling them what's going on so that they can do an incident report, so that they can take in a complaint, a police report, or a complaint of some sort, not to discourage you from exercising your rights and doing what you need to do under the purview of law. Don't ever do that. Go to an attorney. You can get a free consult for like 30 minutes, 15-minute, 30-minute call, free consult with an actual attorney if you feel that you need legal advice. But try not to give a complaint of what's happening as if you're seeking legal advice from them. You're just there to file your complaint. You're there to do an incident report. You want a case, or you want to get body camera footage or something like that. Don't let them tell you what you can and cannot do under the law, because they're not attorneys. So their job is to, uphold the law and keep people safe on the streets. But an attorney knows the law and can interpret the law and can present legal argument in court. There's a big difference in that. Plus, attorneys go to law school. Police officers, they don't. Some of them do, but for the majority of them, they don't. So that's just the reality of the situation. The fact that this cop is trying to tell her, well, you have YouTube, and oh man, sometimes it's just knowing what to say. And this might be the first time she's dealing with something like this, especially from someone like him. I mean, it sounds like harassment. If she's told him to do not contact me, don't call me, don't text me, don't email me, leave me alone, don't come to my house, and he's still intentionally trying to contact and communicate with her, regardless of whether it's via electronic communications, whether it's on some sort of electronic platform, like a social media platform. The fact is that she's already told this idiot to leave her alone. Don't call me. Don't reach out to me. Don't communicate with me. So I would have just, let me file my complaint. Thank you for telling me how you feel about this. And then move on, because that police officer is not a bar licensed attorney. And I understand, what can and cannot be done. And it sucks when police officers try to play that role like they're an attorney, and then they end up saying some dumb shit that's incorrect. Now, I'm not knocking cops. There's some good cops out there. But if you're not an attorney, don't play the role of one, and don't give advice as if you are one. It's crazy.
Really hasn't done nothing for YouTube to kick him out, and nothing as the law that's threatened to you. If you don't like it, remove him from your channel. You have that power to remove him from your channel. And I said, well, you know what? Him lurking around, it's becoming unnerving for me. I don't like it.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, we understand that, but he's not breaking the law. He's like, but what I can do for you, you're like,
the cop. See, that's the thing right there. The police is not in any legal standing position to tell her if he's breaking the law or not, because he doesn't have all the facts of the situation. Maybe she has, a call log and several emails and text messages to show that he's been harassing her and communicating with her even after she said several times to stop. See, that's the problem. The police, he doesn't have all the facts in front of him to be able to make that statement. And even if he did, that's not for him to even give that type of, advice. That's not for him to determine. That would be for a judge to determine in court of law. But I hope that she gets all her evidence together so that she can show. Most times with harassment, it's about proving, the intent to harass through a repeated pattern of behavior. That is the legal definition of it. That's what it comes down to, the intent and repeated pattern of behavior. Especially after you told this person several times, leave me alone, stop communicating with me, don't email me, don't call me, don't text me, don't nothing. Don't reach out to me on social media. Do not contact me in any shape, form, or fashion. And they continuously do it. Now they've disregarded your request for them to stop. So you got to show intent, and you have to show a repeated pattern of behavior, and you have to have your evidence and documentation. But if she didn't show this police officer that, he can't say that. That's how things happen. And then when something serious go wrong, then the cops are standing there looking stupid and wondering why everybody wants to sue them. They need to stop putting their foot in their mouth.
How to make a report. If something would develop further, we'll have the report and we can piggyback on that.
Glad you're back. Thank you.
So I was a little disappointed. I'm like, okay, well, at least on report, I'm letting them know his presence is making me uncomfortable. Now you all saying, oh, Marianne, you so dramatic. You could have gone home, girl, to go to the police station. But you know what? I'm going to share a story with you guys so you guys can understand how conniving and sneaky.
Let me go back just a little bit here.
He's paying member. He really hasn't done anything. Nothing for YouTube to kick him out, and nothing as the law that's threatened to you. If you don't like it,
hold on. Wait, whoa.
Doesn't sound like he's threatening you. I said, yeah, but I don't want the phone call. He's like, okay, you don't want the phone call. This is someone you knew that you gave your number to.
Irrelevant.
That's what we would suggest. If the phone call were threatened, but he's not threatening you. He said, hey, you send me the voicemail. Okay. I said, well, I'm a YouTube
what the hell?
Creator, and
so much wrong with this. So much wrong with what this cop just said. First of y'all, I can't believe this. I'm like, my blood is boiling a little bit. Let me calm down. Let me just calm the hell down.
And play it's on my phone. He's like, I play the message. I play the message. He's like, doesn't sound like he's threatening you. I said, yeah, but I don't want the phone call. He's like, okay, you don't want the phone call. This is someone you knew that you gave your number to. Block them. That's what we would suggest.
Stop. Just because she gave her number to him, they did a film, does not mean that it gives him the right to harass her. And it doesn't have to be a threat in order for there to be harassment. Harassment is the blanket charge. You have bullying, doxing, mimicking, stalking. All those things fall under harassment. So you don't have to be threatened in order to be harassed. Is this serious? Let me read some comments. Let me just read some comments. Okay, y'all. Redemption, what's going on? He says stalk and harass. Umar's a certified weirdo. He is. He called himself family. What the? Just like he claims that he's, somehow related to Frederick Douglass, and the family had to get, papers on him to stop him from saying that. That is how crazy he is. That he claimed to be a descendant of Frederick Douglass. You can't make this shit up. This is insane. Oh my God. And then if you take on all these weird rants and the manic episodes that he's having all over social media, how do you take something like that so lightly? What is this police officer like? What's that issue? You give someone your number, you have some rapport with this person. Now that gives them the full autonomy and authority to just harass and cyberstalk and bully. Are you kidding? Is this what? That's the dumbest thing ever. Just as much as it's stupid to say. You used to talk to that person. Okay, I have the right to decide if I want to disconnect someone out my life. If they're doing things that is constituting harassment and bullying behavior, threatening does not mean that they have to make a threat to do harm or injury to you. Threatening can just be an abnormal level of aggression that is done with the intent to be threatening or demeaning or intimidating. Threatening can be intimidation. This is why I said the police, this cop does not know the fucking law. Because threatening does not mean I'm going to F you up, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. That's not what legally constitutes the legal definition of the word threat. Threatening can be intimidation. It could be harassing to the point where it is done with the intent to have someone in fear or to intimidate or to shame or to inflict emotional distress. It doesn't have to be a direct verbal threat to harm someone physically. What the hell is going on with this cop? This is why I said cops don't know the law. I would be like, you know what? Thank you for your thoughts on that, because that's not what the law defines threatening to be. Just let me fill out a complaint. Fuck out of here. This cop is an idiot. Everybody speaking to everybody, Jacksonville, I get her, but it doesn't meet the threshold quite yet. I mean, and two, did she have all the evidence she needed when she went and filed the complaint? Because you guys know you want to have, some clear examples of if it's, I mean, you can, the fact that you can say this was threatening, it doesn't have to mean directly he threatened to harm me or to hurt me, but he's intimidating and harassing me. It's the behavior of it. It's the repeated pattern of behavior. And I tell you all this, it comes down to the eye of the beholder. It comes down to how the petitioner or the victim perceives it to be. Yes, it should be in accordance with the law. And yes, you need to have some concrete evidence and examples to show that and support any complaint. But a police officer should not be telling you, oh, that's not a threat. No, here's the legal definition of it in this state. Good luck reading it. This is where an attorney comes in, because just saying that that's not a threat, that's not the only portion of what the law defines to be threatening. This is insane. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Man. I try to be as accurate as possible. Willis, glad you're back. Yeah, it's been a long work week. Can she remove him from the membership? No. But I mean, he can always cancel it. He doesn't have to renew it next month. But once you get it, you got it for 30 days. Even if it was gifted for free, the membership is valid for 30 days. But you can always, cancel the membership, but she can't remove him. The only thing she can do is block him. So blocking him may not allow him to be able to see the videos or the content either way. But I don't know. I've never been blocked with a membership, so I don't know exactly how that works on the other end. If he will be able to see the content or not, if he was blocked with a membership. Let's see. It gets worse. Oh my God. One was a bully predator. He's weird. Police officer doesn't want to do his job. Absolutely not. He didn't even want to look up the law on cyber harassment and threatening behavior. Let's see here. Oh, Johnny is in the backstage. I see you, Johnny. I see you. All right. I see you. Hold on 1 second for me. It's getting worse. I should have written this out. I left a message on her channel asking her to keep records of his calls, of his phone calls and messages, etc. Yeah, all emails, calls, call logs, the text messages, and whatever she doesn't have, her phone company would have on the server. She can request a copy of the call logs. Some phone companies can go back, 2-3 years. So she can just get the call logs if she doesn't have, and just go back a couple years. She may have to pay for it. And then, hey, this is going to be part of the damages I'm seeking if she has to file a lawsuit or something against him. She just wants him to leave her alone. No, I mean, no one wants him. No one. He wants to control her. Hey, mom. Y'all say hello to my mom. Hey, brother. Yeah. How you doing? His own dad outed him with the DNA test. Oh, my God. She said she had messages. Yeah, she needs to present that. She needs to put it all together and create a timeline and voicemails, the calls. The call log would be great because it shows that he's repetitively calling. And any emails, any comments on her video, she needs to do screenshots before he can remove it. You know, I mean, just any movement involving her, she needs to make a record of it, record it. If he says something about her in a video, clip it, download it, have all that information put together so that when she does go and try to seek a restraining order and does her petition for it, now she'll have clear examples. And she needs to make it clear, I want him to leave me alone. No communicating with me, blah, blah, blah. And say, I've said this to him 3 times. She can also issue a cease and desist letter. That's a good way to just kind of put it out there. I'm only telling your ass once on paper. Leave me alone. Stop communicating with me. A cease and desist letter is something that can be written by anyone. You don't need an attorney to do it. So she can present a letter to him and let that be it. And then include that as her exhibit when she has to do a petition for a restraining order and show the judge, I've issued him a cease and desist letter. And he still keeps trying to communicate with me. So I don't know, at this point, I need the courts to intervene to get him to stop. I will go that route. Now, what's going on, the Informant Media? How you doing? Shout out to you. Can I get one of the mods to drop the Informant Media's YouTube channel, and also Johnny Walker Dre's YouTube channel, in the chat for me, please? That would be fantastic. Anyone else that is a content creator here, let me know. We'll make sure we drop your YouTube channel in the chat. But yeah, this is great. Jim Jones 2 is persistent. I know, Willis. Saint, did you see the video Umar talking about he's God and he sent black people down here to do his bidding and all? No, I haven't seen that. Oh my God. Yeah, I told y'all he's having these manic episodes. Umar is the Prince of Pan Crust Pizza has lost his damn mind a long time ago. So, but let me bring up Johnny Walker Dread. I did reach out to him. Hold on a sec. Oh wait, he stepped away. Okay, when he comes back, I'll let him know. I do want to have the discussion. Oh, there you go. Hey, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. I didn't realize you'd put me in.
No, you okay? I emailed you to see if we can do our discussion on Richard Ritchie on Saturday. That way I can be a lot more prepared.
Okay. I mean, actually, you don't have to prepare anything, but if you'd rather do Saturday, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yes, please. Because I do want to watch a couple of the videos that you've done. So, and then too, I know I was a little late coming into the live. So, you guys are more than welcome to stay if you want. We're talking about Prince of Pan Crust Pizza harassing Marianne Lorient.
Oh, is that about an UMAR thing?
Yeah. She had to go to the authorities on him to try to get a restraining order against him because he's harassing her. He won't stop communicating. I guess following her on YouTube. He bought a membership. He's just trying to see what she's saying and doing, and it's just ridiculous. If you don't like someone, you would think that person would want to leave them alone and stay away from them, right? Especially if she's already said that to him. So why get a membership?
Pretty funny, And I can tell you, ask a police officer who's done a lot of work in this domestic dispute things, and they'll tell you that it's complicated. People are just funny, man. It's hard to predict them. I mean, how many times do cops come to a domestic violence dispute or something, then just simply walk away saying there's no way? I mean, yeah, okay. There's a crime here, but she's not going to show up. And what's the point? It's hard to understand people's mindset, especially when they get in these relationships.
And I don't think they were in a relationship. They did a film, and she's been telling him for a while to stop communicating with her. and he won't. And
At least it's
he's doing some erratic stuff that she's like, just leave me alone. She said that a few times. So it's like, why is he still trying to reach out and communicate with her? He's still calling. She's got voicemail messages he's left. He's joined her membership on her YouTube channel. It's like, you hate YouTube, you call us struggle streamers. What's the point? What is the purpose of all of this other than to try to keep up with what she's doing?
And I'm sorry, but does he see her as romantic interest or hate interest? Like he's harassing her because of a dispute or something? What's his angle on this?
I think his angle is to do it out of spite. I mean, he's tried to sue her. He tried to sue her for the rights to the film. Yeah. He tried to sue her for rights to that film, Awaken. She's the producer of that film. So, he sent the letter to sue. She had to get an attorney and do all of that. And I don't think he followed through on it. But the fact that he wasted her time and money with having to get an attorney, and she still has a regular 9-to-5 job here.
Yeah, that's a very common tactic. I've had it happen to me too. Essentially, they want to drive up your legal costs a bit. They never have any intention, because it's relatively easy to sue somebody if you don't have to go through with anything. Right. So this is really common, especially if you walk away from your job and you create your own business. You'll get this a lot, right? Like, he's competing against us. This is a conflict of interest and all that. And all they're trying to do is, they know that when you're starting up a new business, you don't have a lot of money. So if they can bankrupt you at the very beginning, then they have a good chance of pushing you out. So it happens all the time. That's probably what he's doing. He's just trying to jack up her legal expenses as a way of getting even for whatever. So she's produced a film for him, or produced a film starring him.
Yeah, the Awaken. Awaken. I don't know if you saw that film. She's just an independent producer, film maker, and she did Awaken. He played originally the role of Umar Johnson in that film was supposed to be portrayed by another actor. He wanted to play himself in that film. So he went on the set. He gave her a hard time. He made demands about changing the venue of the actual filming for the home. So she did that. He tried to demand that she put him in a nicer hotel. She told him flat out, listen, I've already paid for your hotel. The filming took place over 3 days. 3 days. So I've already paid for your hotel. You knew that the filming was going to start on this day and conclude on this day. This is the hotel I booked for you. And you want me to upgrade it and spend more money. And for what? If you want to do that, I will get the refund, get another hotel, and you pay the difference. So he didn't want to do that, of course. So he stayed where she booked him. But I mean, down to the food demand, to, changing lines, to saying, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to go in this direction. I mean, he's just supposed to be just the actor on set. And he's making demands like he's the director and producer. And he gave her such a hard time. She did a video on it and went over how bad of a time he gave her on that film.
Do you know if he filed this suit as through an attorney, or did he just do it himself?
I think he did pro se. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen the filing. He did. Unless he did it through an attorney. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Did Umar Johnson try to file the lawsuit through an attorney against Marianne Lorient, or was that done as pro se? Because she had to get an attorney. She had to pay a retainer.
Because that's smart, right?
Yeah, she went and got an attorney. She got it, but she was like the cost to get a retainer. Thousands of dollars. Just if the billable hours is $400 an hour, and they're doing 10 hours of work, that's you paying $4,000 up front. So
I imagine her attorney simply wrote back a letter basically saying that, while you can come forward with this, discovery is going to unmask some very, let's say, illuminating items. We just want to warn you ahead of time about this. So feel free to go forward, but I would suggest we part ways and go on. And I've done that. I've been through that. My attorney
Mhm.
fee for doing that was around $800.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, well, I mean, it could be, some people look at that as really very expensive or very, very cheap, but $800, probably guy had to look up a few,
Yeah.
lawsuits and stuff to make it look good. And yeah, he
Mhm.
probably spent 2 or 3 hours on it, but that was the end of it. Because at some point, when you get a letter back from an attorney rather than the person, it's
Mhm.
like, uh-oh, okay, yeah, this isn't going anywhere.
Right.
Especially if you're pro se, you don't stand a chance. He's probably next going to come through with I can make this problem go away for a little bit of money. If you make a donation to my academy, I can go ahead and stop this. I mean, I would not be surprised if he
It's
doesn't do that,
it's
because
worse. He
he's
wanted rights to
trying,
the film.
he's trying to get anything he can. If she offered him
Right.
$500, he'd probably take it.
Oh, please. He wanted rights to the film. He wanted the rights to the film, and she
Well,
said no.
then he needs a contract that gives him rights.
Yeah. And she refused to do that. He tried to sue
This
her
isn't
for
rocket
500.
science.
He tried to sue her for $500,000. I'm looking at it.
Well, I mean, take a look. Hollywood's been around for how many decades and generations, and like, I think that the case law surrounding what you're entitled to as an actor in a movie has been well set.
Right.
I mean, this
Right.
is no mystery. This is not some strange, career thing. This is
Right.
acting. Now he's playing himself. That's
Right.
that's not going to do
And
much.
you're talking about an independent film that may not have even cost, $100,000 or $200,000 to make.
Mhm.
And he wanted $500,000 or the rights to the film itself because he didn't like how he was being portrayed.
Oh, well, then he's
As
definitely screwed, because that's not grounds. Yeah, I mean, and that's a signal to the judge that there's no
Right.
basis for this. I mean, like, you're upset because you weren't portrayed correctly. I
Right.
thought that this was a contractual deal where the producer was making money from the thing and that you were entitled to. But now I see that this is really just you burnt because
Right.
you didn't come out looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to play himself, because he saw how he was being portrayed as a deadbeat father that he is, because he is. I mean, he doesn't have
Mhm.
any relationship with his kids. He's had to be dragged to child support, court to have child support paid out. And he doesn't even try to make any attempt to establish any relationship with one of the daughters that's actually trying to reach out to him. So, you know, all the lies that he's spilled out on social media, all of the horrible things that he has said and done about women, and specifically to women, just
Oh,
being
yeah.
degrading and derogatory and disgusting, and then to think, okay, she allowed him to play himself in this film and then made last minute changes to accommodate him for the film. And then he came on set and she did a video kind of putting some of the information out there about the hard time he gave her. He came on set with dirty bags and a weapon in it. And it was supposed
Mhm.
to be a film about him opening a school, being around children. There were children on set. And here he is carrying a weapon, a weapon, a heavy, big weapon in his bag on set where you have children and minors. And after
Well,
giving her a hard time for 3 days, I mean, she had to spend more money and try to get, accommodations spur of the moment just to keep his behind happy. And guess what? He still turns around and tries to sue her for $500,000 of the rights to the film.
Well, I mean, look, I would tell Omar in the response back later, there's a concept in law called defamation. If you feel that you've been hurt by this, you file a defamation suit. But you can't file for, like, proceeds and then claim that you were defamed. I mean, and by the way, he portrays himself as a celebrity. He's very proud of being a celebrity. So he's a celebrity. The bar for defamation is really high. And I've been through this with Rashad Ritchie, right? Rashad threatened to sue me in my comment section of my YouTube videos, and it's the same thing. If you want to brag about how many followers you have and how much of a big time hotshot you are, you're basically wiping out defamation suits because you're now a celebrity, and the bar is and I'm not a civil lawyer, okay? I'm not a lawyer at all, but the
Oh yeah,
bar,
no.
if
Yeah, I can understand.
I understand, is you have to prove that the person knew that it was false and did it anyway.
Right.
And good luck with
Reckless
that.
disregard.
That's
Yeah.
really, really, really hard.
Exactly. Reckless disregard for the truth. And you know, he he continued on and persisted. And now it's getting to a point where she's, you know, made it clear she does not want to have any communication with him. She's done a video. She outlined exactly why she feels that way, you know, how he treated her and how rude and disrespectful he was on set. You know, how he had a complete disregard for the kids, and then, you know, turn around and try to sue her. Like, anyone would be irritated by that. I'm not gonna want you to call me or reach out to me or communicate with me when you're trying to sue me for $500,000 and don't care about what, you know, the type of stress that induces on her. And she said, I don't have that type of money to be paying anyone. He wants the rights to my film. He's not getting it. So whatever he agreed to, as far as the contractual terms, he's the one that's trying to violate it now by bullying his way through this whole process. And it's not working. And now he's just going to the, you know, the lengths he's going to with this, you know, harassment regimen. It's just it just won't stop. He won't stop. He won't leave her alone.
Well, I mean, nobody will accuse Umar of being a real bright person. And, you
Yeah.
know, we did our thesis discussion. We've kind of uncovered a lot of issues there. But
Yeah.
a person is going to be doing a documentary on you and you're
Mhm.
going to be in it. Don't mistreat people. It's going to be about a documentary about you. If you're wanting to
Right.
be cast as a really good dude, you might want to
Be a
act
good
like a dude. Because the last thing you want is the person who's behind the camera thinking, what a jerk, because what can happen, and it looks like it did.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not a smart guy. But one thing that's very typical of Rashad and Umar and like
Mhm.
Amazing Lucas and all these other guys is, when it comes to choosing to do the smart thing, they can't, because ultimately
Right.
their character just won't let them. And
Right.
we saw that with Umar's dissertation, where, for example, remember the part about, you know, the European American thing, where it would have been smart to put white instead of European American, but he can't.
Right.
Has to put
Right.
European American in there because his character really shows through.
It does.
That's the one. That's their big weakness in all these, is just never do the smart thing.
Exactly. He oh my God, just common sense, basic common sense things that, you know, after having spoken with Lene Staggs, this is now she's actually a you know, previous girlfriend of his, and they were in a romantic relationship. In my last live, Lene Staggs was on, and he's doxed her. He has dogged her out in videos, you know, I mean, to the extent where, you know, she's like, I just don't understand, like, half the stuff that he says and does. It's almost like, what is your purpose? What is the intent with this behavior? You know, then the issue with his mother, and now you know, taking time out of his life to harass Marianne Lorient, and she just wants to be left alone. She just wants to be. It's as simple as that. It's simple. It's like basic logical things, and it's like this power, you know, hunger for him. He just needs to be in control, and he's like a mini dictator unto himself. So,
well, you now
yeah.
know, if you ever watch some of the documentaries on people like Emperor Bokassa and some of the other dictators and the weirdness, now you know where they come from.
Yeah.
It's this. I'll tell you right now, if you ever let these kind of people get the upper hand on you, you will pay, because you will find out just how cruel they can be. The only thing that stops them is the law won't let them. But you know, you always want to wonder, all these concentration camp guards, and like, for example, the people that Stalin had going in and executing people, where do they get them? Well, they get them from the population, a very small subset that can unleash this kind of thing when given the power. And I've always thought that, you know, and by the way, the words I'm speaking are my opinions, not that of Lady Luck. So I just want to make sure
Right. No, I understand.
But if these people ever get the upper hand on you, you'll regret it. And that's why I say these, in my opinion, I'll give you an example. You're familiar with the mayor of Dalton. What's her name?
The
Dalton,
previous mayor, Tiffany Henry. Yeah,
Tiffany
I have a
Henry.
whole playlist I did
You
reporting
want
on
to
her.
talk about a perfect concentration camp guard. She would
She would be it.
absolutely fall into that. She really does want to be a gangster, and she watches these movies. What was the one movie that she loved so much that she tried to emulate in that one?
New Jack City.
New Jack City. She sees the gangster in that and dreams that that's her.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's not looking for political power, like, you know, like a powerful president. No, she wants to be a dictator. If she ever was able to get in that position, you would see some real serious human rights violations. So I would never turn my back on people like UMAR. I mean, he comes across as a little big jovial, kind of a clown, right? But
man.
no, I mean,
he's a bit deranged at this point, and I think, you know, what's so difficult to digest is how he's treating his mother right now, and he can't explain or justify that, you know. And I mean, you can't explain why you're not letting her go outside, and why we're not able to see sign of life, while she's not, you know, being rolled out the house, you know. At least say that you're taking her to her doctor's appointments. Why won't he let his siblings see their own mother? There's 7 children total. He's not the only child, but he's, you know, keeping his own mother away from her other children. And for some reason, he thinks he gets to kind of control that. But, you know, when they go out and they send the police to do wellness checks, he goes to social media and cries about it, and then gets mad and angry about it, and then decides to be vindictive in the worst way possible by doubling down on it. Oh, they didn't want to do anything for her. They're literally sending the police to the house to do a wellness check along with the elderly association. What do you mean? They're doing everything they can to see her, including having to call the authorities. And he does not let the officers in. He doesn't open the door. He doesn't even look out the window. But he goes to social media to say, police just came to my house to do a wellness check. Okay, let them do a wellness check. Who does this? Who hides their mother, keeps their mother from their own siblings, from her other children for years? Years. And he can't explain or justify that type of cruel behavior. She may want to see her kids, but he won't let them. His behavior has become so erratic. It's disturbing. It's very disturbing.
One of the things that you'll notice, the commonality amongst a lot of these people, is a mistreatment of women. It's really common. There is a complete lack of respect for them, and even your own mother that doesn't seem to make it, you know, dissipate at all. They can mistreat women, especially, and and you go back to the dictators, and all those people often had very distant or violent reactions to their own mothers and stuff. It's really common.
Yes.
So this doesn't surprise me. Rashad Ritchie, for example, domestic violence. I mean, he's got a mugshot of him with blood on his shirt from his girlfriend. So
what?
I think I emailed it to you.
That's why I said I need to get prepared for that. I forgot. I need to see some.
By the way,
yes, I have to.
Some of my followers are in. They're wondering, hey, why are you talking about Rashad? We're going to push the talk about Rashad to Saturday night. So I apologize for that, but it's cool.
It's my it's my fault. My apologies to Johnny Walker Dread and supporters. It is my fault. I want to be prepared. I want to watch a few videos. And I want to be able to, you know, bring some substance to the conversation. And working during the week, and I had to get my son from school and get him situated. It was just. I even started about 3 or 4 minutes late with the live, so I just don't want to I don't want to half step it. So I hope you guys can understand that. My apologies to you and to your
it's not a problem at all. And keep in mind, we both work. A lot of people think that, well, what we
Yeah.
do is we just get behind the camera and roll in
Yeah, no,
money.
exactly.
It doesn't quite work like that. I have a full-time job, and I'm sure
Exactly.
you do too.
Absolutely.
These are hobbies. And I make enough every year to go out for a nice dinner. It's like
Look
I
at
don't
God.
make
Only
much
do
money.
it. What a
This
blessing.
is strictly a hobby.
Yeah.
And because I get all the time people come in and, well, why don't you do a 15-part documentary on, like, they want me to do, like, for example, the J6 thing. Look, I've got
Yeah.
other things to do.
Dude,
I'm not gonna pour 2,000, 3,000 hours into a topic just because you're curious about it.
oh my
Right. And
goodness.
so
It does take time to do this stuff right.
there's
I
just a
want
lot of
do it the
topics
right
I have
way.
to turn
Yeah.
down. Right. I just
Yeah.
can't. I mean, I've got other things to do. And the other one is I pretty much talk on anything I feel like doing. And so
Mhm.
I don't pay much attention to what's the hot item. So a lot of people
Mhm.
say, well, why haven't you talked about this thing here yet? Because it doesn't interest me and just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's pretty much
oh
how.
my God. Yeah.
So
Right. I mean,
if
we really love what we do. We enjoy
exactly,
this.
I do. Yeah.
And I don't want to turn it into a job.
Exactly. I think once it becomes a job, then it's just, becomes more stressful than anything. And, I consider myself an independent journalist. So I do take time to research information, to bring forth facts and documentation, receipts, if I'm going to go about it, and then I can formulate my opinion, but my opinion would be based on the facts that I've gathered and my research. And that's how I try to go about, presenting my content. So for me, that's why I said I want to be prepared, because I'm that's just part of my nature. I'm curious and I want to research and I want to kind of get some understanding so that I can know fully, when you bring up specific examples, I can definitely know, who we're talking about, this specific situation with Rashad Ritchie on Saturday. So that's something I would like to just do, just be able to kind of prepare myself. Because you've done a lot of research on him. You've done a lot of content on Rashad Ritchie. I haven't. So I want to make sure, I have my research going. Oh no, hustle man. What's this? Another struggle streamer on the Chitlin circuit talking about some misinformation on Dr. Umar. Oh, bless your heart.
Is that what we are? Are we struggle
Bless your
streamers?
heart.
I don't even know what that
Send a
is.
super chat then or whatever. Give some donations. Drop it.
I've got to tell him something. When you call me struggle streamer, you capitalize it. What's this lowercase crap?
I know, right? Listen here. I'm the boss. Both S's need to be capitalized. I want to see capital S struggle, capital S streamer, and then send some cash apps and donations.
So it's
oh my God.
You're like clowning me a little. Do you know him?
No, it's probably a troll. This is how I handle trolls. I don't even block them all. I just handle
I get
them
them
and
all
laugh
the
at
time too. Like people are indignant.
Bless his heart.
And they never come and say, "Hey, you said such and such. That's wrong." They never tell you what you said that's wrong. They'll just say, "We're picking on him, and you're just racist." They call me that all the time. Right? You're just racist.
You made such,
and telling me anything that I have said that's incorrect, and like Rashad Ritchie's lawyer, I respond back saying, "Show me what I've said that's incorrect, and I will correct the record." But
exactly.
No. So yeah, I mean, whatever. I just don't even take those people very seriously.
Oh, I don't. I laugh at them. I make content out of them. Man, Hustle Man is okay. He's just being a troll. It's fine. We laugh at the trolls here. Y'all know that.
I must admit that I don't understand the charisma. I mean, okay, I'm not a woman, so I can't view like UMAR from the standpoint of a female. But obviously, there's females out there that really dig that dude.
Oh my God!
I think that's dropping every year, right? But I don't know what it is that they see it. I mean, he's big, jovial bear, like a big old bear cub, right? He's a big old cuddly, big old jovial dude.
Bread of a Swiss roll of a pork belly rind.
What is the draw? What's the draw?
I can tell you the video that I covered where 3 women came to his defense. It was all about his ability to exert words and to say things that make them feel good and to have them believe that he's doing something to help Black children, especially their sons. And all three of them didn't say they were married or anything. They single mothers, single parents, and they draw into this false sense of power that he thinks that he has, to which he does not. Plus this false sense of intellect. I mean, none of those three women, I can tell you, read his dissertation, because if they did, they would have changed their minds and thought twice before they got in a video and defended his weird behind. Because
if they had read it, that wouldn't bother
idiot.
them at all.
They wouldn't have. They would not have. But they think that he is intelligent and he has, he's able to, psychologize people. It's all of the grandeur things that he puts out there to have women believe that he's some sort of savior and protector, that he can guide young Black boys out into, the light from the wilderness. And he can't do any of those things. He can't even show proof that he graduated from pre-com. I want to see the transcript. So this is what they're drawing into, this false sense of power and leadership that he does not, in education, intellect that he does not possess at all. He can't even show that he has $5 to his name. How did he pay for this membership on her channel? I'm still confused. So
I can't believe that you're knocking the power that he exerts while sitting in his car doing this broadcast, right?
In the rental car. You mean the rental car?
Yeah, well,
those rental cars that he probably doesn't even pay for. He probably pimping somebody out to get those cars, those rentals for free, and not have to pay a dime.
there is a subset of the population that is very susceptible to bluster. And that is, the louder you are and the more assertive, the more they'll believe you.
Yep.
And it works with again, for example, if I'm at a party and some dude comes up and starts bragging about his dissertations and bragging about a new school he's opening and bragging, most of my friends would say, hey, we want nothing to do with this guy. And we'd walk away. Right. But there's a subset of the population that will gravitate towards that. Right. And, and I've got, like the one guy that I'm going to review at some point down the road on your show, I'm hoping, has claims of 27 PhDs, right? And there's people that are going to say, wow, 27, you must be really smart. While the rest of us are like, oh, God.
Another one.
One PhD almost killed me.
Oh, my goodness. And they don't think they don't care about how difficult it is to obtain a doctorate degree. That's not. It makes it seem like a walk in the park. No, it's not.
Well, with UMAR, he kind of proved it's not that hard. so maybe there's some substance to this.
The greatest con grift of all was him getting that doctorate degree out of PCOM.
I asked myself, and I did this after all of my dissertation defenses, right? I mean, my analyses, and I've done a bunch of them. But I always ask myself, how long would it have taken me to do what I see in front of me? With UMAR, I'm thinking, if that other person did all the work that I'm claiming she did, I'm thinking about 4 or 5 days. That's how long it would take.
That long. It's sad to say.
Well, you've got a literature review. It's going to take a little while. So yeah,
but I don't think he took 4 or 5 days. I'm thinking he probably did it within, the night before it was due.
Okay, 4 or 5 days hours. How's that? Or what they call man days. And whoever did it, it's going to take about 5 days of real work. Now I'm thinking working diligently, getting all the references, all that stuff. That's about how long I think it would have taken me. I spent, I think, after I had finished up my coursework, I spent 4 years. So,
wow.
Well, it's called bending over backwards to do it right with integrity. And these guys don't know anything about that because all they want is the degree. And UMAR is just like the rest. So no,
Yeah.
I call him Mr. Umar. And if you really want to get under his skin, call him Mr. Umar. That will bug. Umar's not a problem. He won't care about that. But if you call him Mr. Umar, whoa.
Or roly poly. I mean, you know.
Roly poly is
roly poly.
one head. He doesn't like that.
Oh my God.
I mean, you could use the old Bob Wills Roly Poly song for a theme song for him if you wanted. You ever heard it?
No,
Wills?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's like 1940s.
Ooh.
It's probably the public domain by now, but it's like 1940s Texas swing. It's Roly Poly. It's a song about a fat kid. So
no, I haven't. No, I would have to hear it. Oh, that you. Oh man, you going way back. You going way before my time.
Yeah.
40 years before my time.
Dad was a big fan, so I had to listen to it. But yeah, that would be a great theme song, "Roly Poly" by Bob Wills.
Oh yeah,
but
featured by Little Debbie Snack Cakes, because that's what he claims it loves. His favorite food group is Little Debbie Snack Cakes and ice cream and Dr. Schweppes ginger ale. He's such a clown. But I wanted to finish up this video here because she is explaining.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Her going to the. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. She went to the Avon police station to get the restraining order. So far, I think she stated that, you know, she was able to do a complaint, and she's just kind of going through her experience and what she was able to tell the police. So I'm gonna go back a little bit because, oh Lord, I don't agree with the police what the police told her, but either way, I hope she does get her evidence together and go back and do another petition for a restraining order, especially with him doing the most by following her on social media like this. And she's like, just leave me alone and go away. So, okay, let's get back to it.
On my channel as a paying member. This Negro is doing the utmost. You hear me? The utmost. So I'm like, why? Why on earth do you want to be? He's not just a YouTube channel subscriber. He is a paying member on my channel. So I said, you know what? Enough is enough. When I get off here, I'm gonna go and get a restraining order on him. This man is calling me. Now he's a paying member on my channel. This is just too bizarre. So when I got to the station, they had me sit, and a sergeant came out, and he was like, hey, what's going on? I said, I want to have a restraining order on UMAR Johnson, and I gave his government name, Jermaine Schumacher. And he's like, well, what's going on? I said, I'm getting phone calls that I don't want phone call from him. And I said, I can play, it's on my phone. He's like, all right, play the message. I play the message. He's like, doesn't sound like he's threatening you. I said, yeah, but I don't want the phone call. He's like, okay, you don't want the phone call. This is someone you knew that you gave your number to. Block them. That's what we would suggest. If the phone call were threatened, but he's not threatening you. He said, hey, you send me the voicemail. Okay. I said, well, I'm a YouTube creator, and he's on my channel. He's a paying member, and I don't even have an exclusive video for member. And they're like, it's YouTube. He's paying member. He really hasn't done nothing for YouTube to kick him out, and nothing as the law that's threatened to you. If you don't like it, remove him from your channel. You have that power to remove him from your channel. And I said, well, you know what? Him lurking around, it's becoming unnerving for me. I don't like it. And he's like, yeah, we understand that, but he's not breaking the law. He's like, but what I can't.
Now, here's the thing that I was saying earlier before you came up. You know, I don't think that the police officer she didn't present all of her evidence documentation for him to just say he's not breaking the law. And that's not the full synopsis of the situation either. So what the police officer should have done is just given her the complaint to file, and hopefully she gets with an attorney. it might cost her. She could do a fundraiser. I'm sure many people would donate to help her, get a retainer, to get an attorney, to do that the right way legally, because the officer can't say that he's whether or not he's cyber harassing or stalking, or whether he's breaking the law or not, based on what she said. So that's my concern, is the limited information she was able to give him. He's somehow concluding he's not breaking the law. Well, no, because she has other videos where she's clearly expressed that he has not only been harassing with the calls and the communication, but she's told him, several times to leave her alone. He's tried to sue her. He's tried to cause financial damages. She had to get an attorney. He's doing these things to try to, be intimidating towards her. And he's, talked about her in videos and things like that. But it's at a point where, even if that's all he does, it's just he goes out and he just run his mouth. How does that justify, simply because he wanted to work on a film with her that she wrote to portray himself? All of a sudden that justifies him calling and harassing when she said to stop? No, it doesn't. It simply does not. And that's the problem that I'm having. And I was saying earlier, this police officer, I can guarantee you, is not an attorney. So it would be best for her to go to an attorney with all of her evidence and to seek a restraining order, protection order that way, and let the attorney, present that to the court, and let the judge determine whether he broke the law or not.
I tend to agree. The officer, they don't understand this whole membership thing, right? That's like,
they don't know.
Very simple. Yeah, no. Well, the guy is threatening online. Well, cut him off. And they get a lot of this, mostly from like teenage girls who are in fights with other teenage girls on Facebook, right? And well, she threatened me. Well, not really, So I think that they go into sort of a default, like, if it's social media related, call your lawyer, please take care of it, because they really don't understand this stuff.
Yeah, they don't.
What I would have to ask her, what is your biggest complaint in terms of something that he has said that would constitute a criminal action that we need to get involved? And I think that's what I would ask her. Like, okay, you feel like the guy is all over you and giving you a rough time and harassing you, but what has he said that would allow me to press charges against him criminally? And I think she has to have that ready and to present that to him when he asks.
Yeah. And I don't think she had that ready. That's my only thing. She didn't have it ready. She need to get it ready.
More than most people do. And in this case here, this sounds like something they just don't want to get involved in.
They don't. And she can file a petition for a restraining order without filing a criminal complaint with law enforcement. She can go directly to the court to get a petition for a restraining order. And even if she did it pro se, she would still need her exhibits, and she would need to have a statement of claim. She would need to have everything outlined. I don't think it would be difficult for her to show that he's been harassing intentionally, because she said, several times to stop the communication, to, leave her alone, cease with all of the nonsense. And, now it's transferring over into social media through electronic communications. So that becomes more like cyber harassment, and intimidation. And if it's being done repetitively, and she said to stop, and he's still doing it, now he can't say it's a mistake. It's seeming to be intentional. So that, would be the main thing, that at least for a temporary restraining order, she would have to produce to the court and show the judge. The complaint itself, I don't know if she's seeking like some sort of legal resolution regarding, criminal action. I'm still, this is my first time like getting to this video, so I don't know exactly what she said in the remaining part of it, but
I mean, I would have to ask her, like,
he's already,
What is it that you're afraid that he's going to do? I mean, I would
I
have to
think
ask
he
this
knows
question.
where she lives. I mean, he's didn't she say that he showed up at her home in the previous video? Because she's done another video, and like I said, she spoke on the difficult time. And I'll play that after this one. That way we can have both videos together to kind of see the historical
Mhm.
context of the previous complaints she's made in a video about the hard time he gave her during the film. And I do believe she said he came to, or he wanted to come to her house. He tried to come to her home and she said no. And he asked, a couple times. You guys correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. What's going on, Wyoming gal? Shout out to all of you all tuning in. Thank you all so much. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Um, so we can have this pushed up in the algorithm because YouTube is weird. But if it's my understanding, he asked to come to her home a couple times and she said no. So there was no romantic anything involved. And it's like giving someone your number you work with and you have a conversation and then you find out that, oh, this guy's a creep. And you cut them off and then they don't want to cut communication off. Well, just because you had, a couple conversations with them does not mean that they have the right to continue to harass and communicate with you when you no longer desire that. Doesn't have to be a matter where he said, I'm going to beat you up. It just it's the fact that I'm wanting to cut communication. He tried to sue me for $500,000. He's trying to make my life a living hell right now. He is repeatedly communicating with me, reaching out to me. He tried to come to our home a couple times, I think. And it's, it's at a point where if he finds out where she lives, who knows? Maybe because he has a history of doxing. He has a history of harassing others and doing this specifically to women. He did it to the previous, his former girlfriend, Lene Sachs. He
Mhm.
doxed her information and put it out on social media. Her real name, information that could put her in jeopardy. And even if he does not directly impose the threat, who knows, someone may pull up on her and do something to her on his behalf. But because he doxed her, he makes it easier for something to happen. So doxing is a part of cyber harassment. I think that's the fear of you put you put me out there in harm's way and you pose this threat and this danger on me because you have a history of doxing. You have a history of harassment. You have a history of allowing your trolls to, be harassing and intimidating, on social media to the point where it's distressful. I think that's what's building up here. And I mean, Lennon Honor is probably the only man I know he's done this to, but he's done it more to women than men.
Mhm.
So
So,
that's,
if I'm the police officer, the next question I would have for her is, what is
mhm.
it that you want me to do about this?
She just wants a restraining order.
I'm sorry, I
That's
didn't
what
quite catch that. You,
I think she went there to get a restraining order. I just don't think she went to the police station when she should have went to the courthouse. But
yeah,
she
I
wanted
agree
a
with that.
police order. Yeah. So she just went to the wrong place.
Well, I mean, you go to the police when
Yeah,
you think that your life is being jeopardized, and they can send you on
right.
to somebody else. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like the police officer is probably just kind of wondering, like, well, okay, you don't like him,
Right.
he's bugging you, he's harassing you, but um, he's probably not even in my jurisdiction, so I'm not
Right.
sure what I can do about it. But they
Right.
should have sent her. I mean, part of it is just having good bedside manner. You
Mhm.
have a person who feels like she's a victim, wants to do something about it, bend over
Exactly.
backwards to get her on the path towards helping her. And
Exactly.
it seems like the police were a little bit more like aloof about it, like it's not really our problem,
Yeah, and
and
it didn't want to take action on it.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know it.
Let me get a couple comments in. What's going on, writer Albert? How you doing? He said Umar's personality tends, from what I have seen, to be aggressive, bordering on bullying, and at times it's logical that this woman feels threatened in some way by Umar. And I mean, he has a history of this. You know, the fact that he's put people's safety out there by doxing them is terrible in and of itself.
Well,
Javar, hey, what's going on, Javar? Yeah, Dr. Ritchie's discussion with Johnny Walker Dredd will be Saturday. I can't change the thumbnail, but sorry about that. But yes, we're going to be
same
discussing
time,
Dr.
right?
Ritchie on Saturday at you want to do 8 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah, that's what we've always done.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So it'll be 8
8
p.m.
Eastern time.
Eastern on Saturday. Just
But I
a
do
heads
want
up
you to
for those coming
play.
in.
I do want you to play at the end of this about a 1-minute clip that'll give a good teaser on what
Yeah,
kind of person
absolutely.
we're dealing with. So when we get done, though.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Hey, what's going on? Black Anonymous, how you doing? You're not like you're good. You're good. She used to be a supporter. Yes, she did donate to him. So she, admitted she had donated to him a couple times. Not a little bit of pocket change either, substantial money. And donate to his cause. I guess after the film, she wasn't on his team anymore. And as an ego inflated dummy, he can't have that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he doesn't
probably
know how
pretty
to
accurate.
say goodbye and go away.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
Right. And it's, if he's desiring money at the end of the day, this is all a grip. This is all about him getting money. Imagine, a supporter that's giving him, considerable sums of money here, saying, I'm not dealing with you. And then she has this film that she's done that's supposed to be based on him. And then he played the role of himself in the film. And now he's wanting to cry, oh, you're defaming me, and you're attacking my character, you're making me look bad. But he wanted to play himself in this film. He didn't have to have anything to do with it. It's like he's being vindictive and retaliatory. That's, to me, that's what I'm picking up here.
Yeah, I mean, I
All
certainly
of
do
this is
think that
falling in
that
it.
is the case.
Yeah.
And on the last comment though, when he's can you go back to that one?
Oh, yeah. To write
Yeah,
it.
he
Yeah,
said
absolutely.
threat. I would like to define what threat means, because that's kind of important here. When you say that he's made threats, it's a good idea to define exactly what that means, because
I
that
was
could mean a lot.
threatening to harass and bully. I believe, because I mean,
Okay.
has he threatened to do physical harm? I don't recall
I
him
don't.
saying
Yeah.
that. But
Mhm.
the fact that he has this cult-like following that will flood your comments and consistently and repeatedly, say things to be degrading, and that falls under that legal definition of harassment. You're being
Mhm.
degrading, you're inflicting emotional distress, intentionally doing these things. you know um you are intimidating, you're trying to shame, threatening to dox. You have
Yeah. Okay,
supporters
I see that.
that are threatening to dox people and release personal information about them to try to keep them from speaking out and expressing their free speech, like the rest of us don't have those protections. So those are some of the things that he has done to others, and that's what she naturally would be in for. She has children, she has minor children. I mean, he is just being horrible right now. You The best thing he can do is leave her alone. It's like
Mhm.
that shouldn't be complicated. Just leave her alone. You would think.
And by the way, I
So,
want to go back one there, Graham Finlayson.
oh, Graham.
I
Yeah,
got to give a shout out to this guy. I think he may have been my very first subscriber, pretty close to it. And usually when I publish a video, he's first within seconds. So I think this guy just
awesome.
waits. Like a golden retriever waits for his master to come home. But now Graham has sent me a lot of good, starting videos that have generated
Okay.
quite a few of my videos. Stuff. He's a really good dude, and including the latest one with Grady Judd and the press conference from hell.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Okay.
it's
Okay.
hilarious. Go ahead.
Okay. Shout out to you, Graham. Thank you for tuning in. And I just wanted to get a few comments in. How you doing? Black Anonymous, shout out to you. I think Umar has a hair of his behind me about Miss Mary Ann because she refused to be alone with him. She never engaged with him sexually, and she was all business with him. And yes, and I did ask, it's my understanding that he did try to come to her home a couple times during the film when they were filming for Awaken, and she turned him down. So it's like everybody doesn't want you, Umar. Every woman does not want you. Most women find him repulsive. Like he needs a shower. Like it's just it's disgusting. He's like a 15-year-old child.
And keep in mind, I'm going to go back. I mean, and say he can be a dangerous person. The one thing that keeps him from being that is that he's a celebrity, so he can't really be too, out in front about it. But if he was an anonymous person doing this, that would be a definite danger.
Oh my God!
But because he's in the spotlight, he's limited in what he can do. But if he was an unknown person, he's that man in the shadows. That would be very scary.
And Black Anonymous wrote here, he's told one of his major detractors that he wanted her mouth shut permanently.
Yeah,
what?
If that's true, that's pretty serious stuff.
Very serious.
Yeah.
And you want to remind the audience that you were a former police officer, correct?
I'm sorry, who? What?
I said you want to remind the audience, where you said you were former law enforcement?
No, never.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misheard.
I think I said not, and you missed that part.
Oh,
no,
gotcha,
I'm not.
Gotcha.
I'm not
okay. I was
get
like,
shot on the first day, or I ended up shooting somebody unjustifiably on the first day.
Oh no. Redemption said intimidate into submission. And then, I mean, that seems to happen with a lot of these narcissists that walk around like wannabe cult leaders. This cult following, cult of personality, however it's termed up, you have people that are still following and doing things in his name, or feel like they have to defend him when he's a grown man. But when the attacks are more geared toward women than men, that to me is nothing more than a coward and a little boy, trying to play dress up. I mean, real men don't do stuff like this. Woman tells you leave her alone, leave her alone. So, she's got kids, she's got a family, she's got a life. And this is crazy. He has told supporters to pull up on a few of his critics and told his critics, quote, "I'm in your ass on camera, on video." What? It is ridiculous. I can't believe it. I have video of that, Lady Luck Club. Can you email me the link? Black Anonymous. He said he wanted her mouth shut permanently
by somebody else, not him. And that's the one thing that shows up a lot is you see this in the comment section a lot. Hey man, it looks like we're going to have to gang up and take care of this. Oh, really? You're going to join in? Oh, well, no, somebody else will. Right. So there's a lot of tough talk, but it's always aimed at somebody else doing the dirty work. And here with Umar, it's always the subscribers. He's hoping that one of his commenters, subscribers, takes care of his problem for him. And because he's too much of a coward to do it himself.
Absolutely.
That's real common.
Oh my goodness. That's dangerous. So we're gonna finish out this video. It's 29 minutes. So I want to, if you want to stick around and hang out, you can. As always, we'll be back on Saturday with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Because I just
don't forget you're gonna play a video of mine.
Yes. Make sure
it's in your email. It's the very first one. It's YouTube. Is like a minute long.
Okay.
And if you could play that, I think that would be a good teaser for Saturday night. If it's too much trouble, it's not a problem. I just,
No. We'll get to it after. We'll do it after this one. I just want to let you know this is like we got 23 minutes left on this one. So, but yeah, for however long you can stick around, you're more than welcome. All right, let's get back to this.
Do for you. You're allowed to make a report. If something would develop further, we'll have the report and we could piggyback on that. So I was a little disappointed. I'm like, okay, well, at least on report, I'm letting them know his presence is making me uncomfortable. Now you all saying, "Oh, Marianne, you so dramatic. You could have gone home, girl." to go to the police station. But you know what? I'm going to share a story with you guys so you guys can understand how conniving and sneaky he is. And this is not to shame this young lady, but I'm not going to give you guys her name so y'all don't go Googling this woman. We're going to call her Barbie. Barbie was a young woman that I mentor. Okay? I've taken her to some conscious event. I took her to church too. Okay? I've taken her to some conscious event, and she saw other leaders, but I took her to a few of UMAR's event, and the friendship was apparently developed between the two of them.
Oh boy.
Which I didn't have knowledge of that friendship blossoming. But to give you a background on Bobby, and then on Marianne Chandler, we're not going to shame. We're not going to do that, because he, without sin, cast the first stone. We all are sinner, saved by grace. So we're not going to shame her. No, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys I condone her behavior, but we're not going to shame her. So let me give you guys the story. So a friendship was blossomed. I didn't know, but Barbie has a husband and they have a child. Beautiful little man, beautiful, handsome little man, handsome. She's an adorable child. Now there was issue. They had their little up and down, and you know, anybody who's married, anybody who has a relationship, you know, sometimes relationship comes with its fair challenges. Okay, so there is issue. A friendship was blossomed with Dr. Umar, and this girl, instead of going to her mother's shoulder to cry, instead of going to her girlfriend and cry, instead of going to someone who was mentoring you and crying, she decided to cry on Umar Johnson's shoulder.
Oh,
and this
Lord.
man seized that opportunity.
Oh my God.
And finagled his way in and took advantage, and an affair happened.
Oh, man.
Now, the husband learned of the affair. I don't remember all the detail exactly how he learned of the affair. This caused commotion in the marriage. When he confronted her with the affair, there was a scuffle, a fight, a really bad fight.
Oh my God.
Where 911 was called. Euclid Police Department from the city of Euclid was called. Euclid Police Department from the city of Euclid was called. When the police arrived, he beat her. I'm keeping it real with y'all. He beat her.
Oh my God.
As African American, our bruise don't show up right away like our Caucasian partners.
Mine show up right away.
From her side of the story, his story, both of their stories are different. But I believe her side because he's the stronger party. She couldn't really overpower him like that. Her side of the story, he had a misstep, and then there's a glass sliding door. He tripped, misstepped, like tripped over it, and then the glass, the thing broke. He got cuts. Blood was everywhere. He did have to go to emergency room. He did get stitches. Okay, so when the police arrived to the residence, he was bleeding. He was injured.
This is
he wasn't dying, but yes, he was injured. So they're like, okay, you're getting arrested. He was the victim in the eyes of the law. And then when the police arrived, the ambulance arrived as well to take him.
So she was the aggressor and he was the victim. The details are so muddy. I'm not understanding how. What all this over Umar Johnson? Ugh.
By the way,
go ahead.
Just as a note, she went and cried on his shoulder, and he ended up having an affair with her. Why do you think he wanted that PsyD doctorate? Why do you think he wanted to be a counselor? That's why.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to him with a real problem with your marriage and being like really hot? Can you imagine what he would be like? Yeah. I mean, and keep in mind, having an affair with your client is about the worst thing you can do as a counselor
Exactly.
psychologist. He would have had no problem doing it, and he didn't. Yeah,
God.
he's a scumbag. We all know it.
He's so disgusting. And it's like misery loves company. He has nothing. So he takes everything from someone. He sucks the life out of them. He takes it for them for all they have. He's an opportunist. So he takes complete advantage of the person and leaves them with nothing. And somehow that's fulfilling to him. That's a fulfillment in his life that brings him joy. Sucking the life out of any and everyone and taking advantage of any opportunity to the point where it's like there's nothing left, that the horse is dead and you're still beating it. This is how deplorable and depraved he is. The idea of him trying to become a psychologist or counselor of anything just to get with single mother. Like, he doesn't even care if they're married. He doesn't even care if they're married. That's his life's mission. That's depraved. It's disgusting. I'm gonna get to I think you have a comment here from Deadeye Tide. You didn't talk about Charlie Kirk. Is that for Johnny or for me? Because I did a live stream. It was really late, but I did do a live stream about Charlie Kirk.
I haven't talked
on
about
my
it at
channel.
all.
You haven't talked about him? Okay. This is from your channel, so I wasn't sure if he was asking me or you. Black Anonymous said, remember Umar was claiming to be a therapist, so he could have been posing as such, and so she trusted him. If he were licensed, that would have caused him to lose it. Yeah, you can't mess around with your patients or your clients. You can't do that. If you're counseling children, you can't mess with their parents. It's so unethical.
But keep in mind also that some guys really get off on taking advantage of vulnerable women. It's part of the sexual thrill. And I have a feeling he's part of that. I mean, in that she has to do it for me, therefore I get my jollies from it. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that that's a part of his psyche.
Yeah, it is. It's and he's like a kid just discovering his hormones. Like, at some point you're gonna have to stop, or mess around and catch some if you want to. Shout out to Lance McDonald, Blade Vision. He is a parasite. Yep, he is. He's a parasite to all of humanity. Never heard of the Charlie guy until now. Yeah, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on national television. How you doing, Larry? Yeah, it was horrible. So I did do a live stream. I just kind of touched on the logistics and the human anatomy of where the bullet entered in his neck, and kind of gave a little background information on that. So you guys could check that out. And I'm sure Johnny will cover that when he gets a chance on his channel as well. It's hard to watch. It really is. But I just wanted to kind of put that information out there. All right, let me get back to it.
I'm sorry, my battery is low. Like I said, I worked all night. So I'm gonna go fast before this phone die on me. So the police arrived to take her and the ambulance to take him, and the police had him call his mother. His mother arrived with his sister to retrieve the child. She called her mom, but by the time her mother got to the house, she was gone with the cop. He was gone in the ambulance, and the mother and the sister took the baby. And, I think, from recollection, served me right, the child was dropped off with the sister or something. But I know one or two parties went to the hospital because he had to get stitches. I know that for a fact. So we went to court. This was the Euclid Municipal Court. This is public record.
Uh-oh.
And I even got a report from the court reporter. You can get that. I paid $100 for it. Everything that was uttered in the courtroom or in the report. When we got to court, mother crying in the courtroom uncontrollably, very upset because her baby about to catch a case. His brother, his wife, he trying to plead, like give her a charge. Like he was like filing charge. It was just bad. So when they call number Barbie, because we're calling her Barbie, I got up with her and we went to stand. It's like a little pulpit in the center of the courtroom. She was standing and I was standing there. So the judge like, can you identify yourself, please? I said, Mary Ann Lorient. And he's like, and you are? I said, I'm her advocate. And he's like, I don't understand. She needs an attorney. I said, yes. This is not her trial. This is like, you know how you got to go. They set a date and they tell you the charge that you're going to be charged with.
Okay, so
And then I said,
It's preliminary trial. Yeah, I get it. I mean,
okay, preliminary. I was about to say this is so what this would normally they don't allow any witnesses to take the stand or to give a statement in a preliminary.
I think I would be behind the judge on this one. We're just here to find out if this thing needs to go further forward. So the judge probably kind of was wondering, why is she here? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm confused. And then her saying, I mean, normally, you know, you have witnesses or victims to give statements during or after the trial or during the sentencing phase. So
is this a criminal trial?
It sounds like it. Yeah. The husband was trying to get criminal charges pressed against the wife, but that would be for the prosecutor or the DA to do. He can't force that, but you know, domestic disputes are handled a little differently. And I don't know this. What state is this? She said Euclid. Is that in California?
Euclid. There's probably one in almost every state. It's a very common.
Okay.
You know, there's even a big old mining truck named the Euclid. There's Euclid Avenues in Orange County, California. It's really common. I have no idea which state this is.
Yeah, because I was going to say for domestic violence, you know, a lot of times those cases, the prosecutor, DA, they're going to bring forth the charges, whether the victim wants it or not, by state law. So those are handled a little differently. But it sounds like he was trying to definitely get a charge filed on her. And then, of course, that would have led to some sort of custody matter for the little boy. But I was kind of confused that, you know,
if it's criminal, she shouldn't even be there.
Yeah. That would be okay. Yeah, that's confusing. I'm gonna have to go back.
And she hasn't done anything wrong. It's just the judge is probably going to say, "Now you need to step behind the bar."
Right. Okay. All right. Let's get back to it.
I'm the one who posed bail because when her mother called me, I'm the one who went with her mom and I posed bail. So I'm coming to get my money. Okay, because in order for you to get that bail money, we had to show up to court. So, and the husband was in the courtroom too. So I told the judge, I posed bail. I have my receipt here. And then there was a police officer on the right side of the judge. He left, came down, got the receipt from me and handed it to the judge. And the judge was like, okay, for her hearing, she has to show up with her attorney. I said, yes, we have an attorney. TJ, again, was her attorney because TJ does these pro books. See, I'm an activist. I help young ladies that get caught up in some stuff and you don't want to have them get case, and we help them. That's like part of my activism in the Black community and in my community. So he had to be in court. We were under his instructions, like show up. This ain't no hearing. They're gonna tell her what she's gonna be charged for, and they're gonna give her her court date. And that's exactly what happened. She had some paperwork that she had to sign. We went to the window, and I did get my bail money back. Okay.
She wouldn't let her get it. Okay.
He made the video. You know, I'm not sure when he made the video, but it's two videos, if I'm not mistaken. One video is like, if you slept with your girl, man, you go tell her you sorry, and something, an act that he committed. This is how conniving and underhanded he is. And then to insult to add injury to matter, he told that man, if you leave her, she's a good woman. Don't leave her. She meant I will take her. Let me tell you something. Now, I'm not saying the marriage is perfect. They're working through some issue, but that girl didn't leave her husband. No, she did not. No, she did not. She's still with her husband. Nobody leaving their husband for you. You understand? It's just I share this story, not to bring shame to her. I share this story. No,
Umar
she did not.
Okay, did it? So it sounds like Umar did a video talking about sleeping with your homeboy's girl. Am I hearing that correct?
It's a little hard to kind of untangle what she's saying.
Hey, I'm yeah. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna rewind it back and try this again because I'm like, if he did a video to try to embarrass her about it, why would he do something like that? Like, why? But I could be wrong. Okay.
To insult, to add injury to matter, he told that man, if you leave her, she's a good woman. Don't leave her. She meant I will take her. Let me tell you something. Now, I'm not saying the marriage is perfect. They're working through some issue, but that girl didn't leave her husband. No, she did not. No, she did not. She's still with
Oh my God. Hold on.
Pro book. See, I'm an activist. I help young ladies that get caught up in some stuff and you don't want to have them get case, and we help them. That's like part of my activist in the Black community and in my community. So he had to be in court. We were under his instructions, like show up. This ain't no hearing. They're gonna tell her what she's gonna be charged for, and they're gonna give her her court date. And that's exactly what happened. She had some paperwork that she had to sign. And we went to the window, and I did get my bail money back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He made the video. You know, I'm not sure when he made the video, but it's two videos, if I'm not mistaken. One video is like, oh, if you slept with your girl, man, you go tell her you sorry, and something, an act that he committed. This is how conniving and underhanded he is. And then to insult, to add injury to matter, he told that man, if you leave her, she's a good woman. Don't leave her. She meant I will take her.
Wait,
let me tell you something.
So he said to the husband, if you leave her, she's a good woman. Don't leave her, but I will take her. Basically, if you shouldn't leave her, but if you decide to, I'll take her. Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know. I get the.
Oh my God.
She has a hard time formulating cogent, sentences, because it reminds me when police officers try to get a statement from somebody at a car wreck, and the words are just coming out, and the officer's like, I have no idea what's going on. So I'm having a hard time parsing her claims. But yeah, I think that's what she's saying.
So he told the husband, Umar Johnson told the husband of this young lady he had an affair with, that if you don't want her, I'll take her, basically. Laurie said Umar did say that. Oh my God. You can't make this. I don't understand. I'm going to tell you right now. If she should not use that for her restraining order, because the judge is going to be like, I don't know, that is irrelevant to the matter. It's outside the scope of what your complaint is. But I mean, for him to say something like, it's so disgusting. You told this man, if you don't want her, I'll take her. And do what with her? Other than bankrupt her. I don't.
And I can picture Umar saying it, though. I can actually picture him saying it. That sounds like an Umar kind of thing, right? I'm telling you, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, if you don't want her, I'll take her. If you don't want her, I'll take her. I'm telling you, if you don't want her, I'll take her. I can absolutely believe him saying that.
The craziest stuff ever. I can't believe it. What an insult. He treated her like a Raggedy Ann doll or something. She's not up for the highest bidder. I mean, you kidding me?
I don't think that he can actually think through anything before he says it.
Oh my God.
It just, I mean, stream of consciousness, right? He just sputters words out. And
I am reading the chat. I'm reading the chat. I am so reading the chat. Shout out to YouTube Teller. This is coming from your live stream. What's going on, Artiste? Shout out to my mod. I appreciate you for tuning in, honey. I wonder what UMAR's body count looks like. Big old yo. Big old hole. I am reading the chat. Made a video apologizing, said if you leave her, I'll take her. She's a good woman. But he's saying this. He's saying this about, this is crazy. He's saying this about a woman who, how do you know that the husband is going to leave? I get he was, you would naturally think that if he's going to have charges filed on her, right? That he's planning on divorcing her. But I just, I think after hearing that, he probably decided to change his mind and say, you know what, never mind. She said they're trying to work it out. Why would he even say something like that? He can't take care of her or her child. You're going to go and say you're going to take the woman that you've only known for a short period of time. You had an affair with her while she was married. And now you're saying, I'll take her. She's a good woman. And then you do what with her? Because he doesn't even take care of the kids he has. How are you're not going to take care of this other man's child that you're taking from him? No, what you going to do with this woman?
He's not thinking that far ahead. He's just throwing stuff out to get under that other person's skin.
It seems like, right?
He literally cannot think more than 3 minutes ahead. That's as far as he can think ahead. And so he's saying this stuff because he knows he can get under the other person's skin. He's not thinking about what he's going to do with her. I mean, that would require planning. We can't have
exactly.
And the big E word, right? The big E word, effort. We can't have that. No.
Effort, education, energy.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of E words. But he definitely eats like he's got an empty stomach.
That's right.
Like
Eating is not one of those words.
He can eat like an elephant with an empty stomach, though. But he definitely can't give effort, energy, or anything else, or show any level of education. Like we got a lot of E words, y'all. We can use right now. This is insane. Oh my dear Lord. Okay, all right, y'all. We gonna get back to it. Oh man, this is something else.
Now, I'm not saying the marriage is perfect. They're working through some issue, but that girl didn't leave her husband. No, she did not. No, she did not. She's still with her husband. Nobody leaving their husband for you. You understand?
Right.
It's just, so I share this story, not to bring shame to her. I share this story to show you guys how conniving and sneaky he can be. He's just doing too much. Why on earth would you become a subscribed member on my channel? Make it add up for me, please.
I don't
Makes
get that.
no sense.
Who paid for it?
And I told these police officers, I said, you know what? Him lurking around is making me uncomfortable. They're like, well, you know what? You don't have merit to place a restraining order, but you're allowed to make a report.
That's not for them.
If anything evolves from
that's not for the police officer to determine whether she has legal merit or not. That is for the judge. That is for the judge and the judge alone. So I think what needs to happen is she needs to get all of her exhibits together, write out a statement of claim, do a petition, and submit that to the court directly, file it with the court, or get an attorney to do it for her and go that route, because going to the police department wasn't the step to take for what she's seeking. she's seeking a restraining order. It's still a civil matter. It's not a criminal matter. So she just went the wrong route. And that's what it seems like it's coming down to. And from there, if she has her exhibits, her evidence to support whatever her statement of claim is, if it's harassment and stalking and bullying or whatever, if she has the evidence to support that, she will at least get a temporary restraining order, a TRO, and then they'll give a court date, and then they'll have him served, and whatever the state law is on service, especially for restraining and protection orders. Some states have it to where the clerk of the court can actually just do it over the phone and do a phone call. I know I've looked up the law in the state of Michigan. The clerk of the court can simply do service over the phone for a protection order. But then they'll have, they'll do the service after she's granted the TRO. But that's something that she's going to have to go directly to the court to get, not to the police department. So just
may I make a very controversial statement? Do you mind if a controversial statement?
Go ahead.
A restraining order is a piece of paper. She needs to get armed. She needs to get a gun. She needs to learn how to use it. I'm not advocating, her using the gun illegally of any sort. But if you're that scared, if you're truly that worried, you got to take some of the self-protection in your own hands.
Yeah.
And that paper, I've always said the restraining order, what it does is it tells the other person where you live. Because it tells you where you can't be.
You can't be, yep.
You know what? And a lot of people disagree with me. You're advocating violence. No. But you do have a responsibility to yourself. Mm-hmm. And I would suggest her going to the police officer or to a trained, concealed carry person and saying, here's what I'm scared of. What would you suggest I do? And right. I think that they can maybe set her up with something, and they might say, look, you're just too fidgety, whatever. You're just going to have to do without a gun because nobody can trust you with a gun because there's some people you just can't, right? They're crazy.
Right.
But I think that she has to take some ownership here and protect herself. You can't rely on the state to protect you.
Yeah, to that extent, especially if he's willing to go sick his sycophants out on people, talking about, he wants to have them permanently shut up permanently or something. Just that type of nonsense and rhetoric, before she files it, because he's the type of person where he would put that information on Instagram or wherever he's live streaming from and dox her whole address. He has done that. So since he has a history of doing that and doxing people, if you file anything against him or if he files something against you and you respond and he gets that personal information, sounds like he might be doing this stuff to try to get her personal information. And if he tried to sue her, her address at the very least would have been, put on the court docket or at least an email and a phone number for contact.
Well, he can't sue her unless he knows where she lives anyway. I mean, they have to serve
right.
paper. But I mean, I just really do think that you do have to sometimes take the responsibility on yourself because you can't really rely on government to do it for you. It's unfortunate. And by the way, I am not advocating that everybody do that. I think that you need to have a talk with somebody who really knows concealed carry and all that, who can talk to you about that and give you some advice. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. I agree. No, she definitely at this point, considering who we're, talking about here with UMAR Johnson, she definitely needs to get some, you have the right to protect yourself. You simply do. And just do it the right legal way.
Sure.
And then go to the court and get the TRO done. I would probably ask, considering who he is and his following, the court that the address be redacted. Like I don't know, because he would have to know where to stay away from. It's tricky. That's really tricky because he could put a gag order, but then, like you said, it's a piece of paper. He's not going to follow it. He doesn't even believe that cease and desist orders would apply to him from the entire state of Pennsylvania. So, he tried to downplay that cease and desist order regarding the contributions towards his school from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. He literally called it a letter. Letter and order are two different things. An order is enforceable, but I don't think he would take that seriously, and I think he would violate it and then try to go and dodge service himself if she wanted to hold him in contempt or wanted to file a complaint for contempt. So he's just one of those. She's got to do what she's got to do, though. I would not deter her from getting protection. She definitely needs to get some protection for herself.
But if he's staring down the barrel of an UMAR Be Good tool, that's when he will obey. I mean, he might disregard other ones, but that's when he will obey.
Yeah.
But, at night, the door's locked, you have that 9mm with you, you feel secure. Yeah. And I think that she kind of needs to feel secure. But I can't advocate for her. I mean, she has to assess that she might have kids. That might not be a good solution. So.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to it. This is something else.
In the future, you have the report back and we can backtrack on it. This is how trifling he is, brothers and sisters.
Yep.
This is how he operates. And then I know some of you mentioned, Marianne, you should have dropped that video. You dropped that phone call. You know why I didn't drop that video? 22 people send me the same video. I want y'all to put your thinking cap on. 22 people send me the same video. Yeah, I know these people from the community, but these are not like my inner circle, my diehard people. These are his people. You know what he wants?
Yep.
They want me to post that video. I don't even know if that video is not posted somewhere else. And if YouTube say, you're using somebody else's video, give me a strike and take the channel down. He wants my channel down. I'm not going to allow that to happen. No, we're not doing that. I am not going to allow that to happen.
Good for you.
I'm telling you something. Every time you do something, Dr. Umar, to irritate me, you irritate me with the phone call, I hit you with video. You irritate me with subscribing as a paid member on my channel, I'm hitting you with this video. I got enough dirt on you, sir, to have content for 2 years. Keep playing, and I'm going to start dropping some behind-the-scene videos that we have. Keep playing with me. Keep playing. You want to play? Let's tap dance.
She needs to be. Please don't challenge him because he's petty. He's very petty, Marianne. Listen to me. Umar is petty. He will go back. He doesn't care. He sees all this as a joke. It's fun and games for him. He doesn't care about people being doxxed and having their whole livelihood and their, lives put into danger and to be threatened here. Oh man!
Yeah, she needs to be kind of careful with some of those kind of threats, though. That could be like the kind of blackmail. But
wow! And if it's something where he's done something illegal, go ahead and report it because that's the right thing to do. I wouldn't hold on to it. I just wouldn't. I would report it. He did all these illegal things, and as a good citizen, I'm reporting this stuff because I'm being a good citizen.
Sure.
And I see I see that he's done something that's clearly illegal. Report it. Dear God, report it. Girl, don't hold on to that. No. All right, let's get back to it.
No good for nothing.
Oh my God.
You need to be concentrating on that school, figuring out how you're gonna salvage this, but you out here subscribing to my channel.
It's never gonna open.
Trifling. Ain't no video, you guys. I have no video for members only. No video.
Wow.
Unbelievable. 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 And then I told the cop, I said, just like you guys can verify an account through Facebook, they're like, the man didn't commit any crime, but we could see who this account that subscribed to your channel is linked to. It's linked to him. It's linked to him. Family. It's linked to him.
Oh, wow.
Trifling.
Wow.
Now I apologize. I'm tired. I'm not in the best demeanor. You know, it's just
Wow.
upsetting. He's like a fly that won't go away. A fly that won't go away. He's
That I agree
disgusting.
to. Yeah. Agreed. This is disturbing.
Thank you for taking time out to look at this video. And also, I want to chime something. I'm going to keep creating beautiful content for you guys. Like, I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. I just dropped Black Excellent. Black Excellent received 150 views. Someone in our community who is doing extraordinary, 150. But Awaken got 44,000 views.
Because UMAR is weird.
Like, and I'm starting to get it. As a content creator, you may want to create what you want to give them, but customers are always right. They're gonna want what they want. So the UMAR content, when I drop, that's junk food. That's the chip and the Twizzler. But Black Excellent, that's the meat and potato. That's the good diet.
Yep.
That's the good diet. And then content creator, I'm gonna chime on this because I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be chiming on this. This man that got shot in Utah yesterday.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk.
At that university. Took a bullet. And then I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be clearly about this. No one has the right to take life.
Yeah.
No human being on this face have the right to take another human being's life. Because you don't have the power to give it, you don't have the power to take it. Only the great I am. Yes, officer. I'm gonna move for a second. Oh, yes, officer. I'm making this video. They probably wondering why she's still sitting here.
Oh boy.
So I just told them I'm
She's
moving.
still at
I
a
just
police
showed you
station.
guys the car. I'm making this video. So they probably want me to move. Like, okay, you made your little report, but you still sitting in the parking lot. But anyway, where was I? So this man took a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
No one has the right to take somebody's life. And my condolence to his lovely wife. And my heart goes out to his 2 children who are going to grow up not knowing their father.
Yeah.
Okay?
Man, that's
but
crazy.
At the same time, let's keep it 100. All his videos are surfacing. He's a content creator himself. He made a video, if I'm getting on a plane and I see the pilot is black, I'm going to be leery because I'm going to ask myself, is this person competent enough to fly the plane? That's a hurtful statement to make. That's a very hurtful statement to make. And then he made something, again, that was jarring. He's like, you know what? Unfortunately, we're going to have to accept casualty of gun victim in order to get these gun law passed. Do you think he still feel the same? I don't think so. The power of word. Sometimes we have to be careful what we utter. The power of word. So you're like, Marianne, why you bring this up? I bring this up because I give you guys Black Excellent. Black Excellent, because you got people out here that preach this rhetoric. You have people out here that puts this poison out to say that we're inferior, we're not as good as they are. Some of us get to a position or a place of business because they're trying to balance. Like, no, everywhere we get is because we're qualified, and sometimes we work harder and we're much more qualified than our our counterpart. So yes, I know he's the hot topic. The UMAR is the hot topic. He's the chip and Twizzler. Let's sometimes feed on that good content. And I got these black excellent series lined up for you guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. But I bet you they won't they won't do a remake on Black Excellent, but they're gonna do a remake on Awaken and chime in. And some of them they gave me they shout out my page. They're kind, but still. And some of them they act like, oh, they don't know my name, but do a whole show with my whole content. But that's here and there. I'm gonna move before these cops come pull
Okay,
over.
you might want to
again.
remove
But yeah, like I was saying, like this is how. So I tell you guys the story about Barbie is to show you guys how trifling he is. That and I'm not saying the marriage is perfect now. They're working through some issue, but that woman is not leaving her husband. That's what he does. He's like a prey. He preys on people that are vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just goes in for the kill. Goes in for the kill. And Umar, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna look at you right in the eye. I'm gonna tell you this. Every time you like that little video that irritates me. You calling my phone, that irritates me. You subscribing to my channel as a pay member, that irritates me. Every time you do something that irritates me, I'm dropping a video. And don't make me start pulling behind the scenes on video. I'm dropping the video. You understand? I have enough content on him for 2 years. That's how much dirt I got on Umar Johnson. That's why he's lucrating. That's why he's like
lucky.
You know what? I fell out with you. I stood up to you. I didn't fall for your rhetoric, your scare tactic. I didn't say nothing.
And for those who are new, English is not her first language, and she actually is multilingual. She speaks about 3 languages, I think, for sure. So English is not her first language.
Yeah, I think she does fine. I mean, I can understand her. I mean, mine also. She's doing live stream, and your words tend to kind of tumble around a little bit. So yeah,
it does. Yeah. So she's upset. She's tired. I can understand the when it's hard to kind of draw your words and you get a mind blank or brain fart, as I call it. But she's irritated because that's exactly what he's doing. He's lurking around trying to see what she says and does. Having worked on this film, she's got a lot of behind the scenes. She's already dropped the video where she pretty much put some information out there about him carrying the weapon and having animal intestines in Ziploc bags and these wooded beads on a necklace, like doing this quirky weird stuff. His luggage smelled bad, making these crazy demands. So she's saying, I'll drop the behind the scene videos on Awaken, and that's going to show more of who he is as opposed to what we saw on screen. If you think he's bad on screen, look at what he did off screen. So I think that's where she's coming from. I could be wrong, but I think that's what she's trying to say when she says dirt. I think it's more of the behind the scene videos from the film, because otherwise, I mean, she didn't have a real relationship one-on-one like that. And then what they did with the film was only business, even though he tried to make it more personal. She rejected him, and that's something he doesn't like, because Prince of Pancrust Pizza can't handle rejection. Isn't it so ridiculous?
Wait, are you trying to tell me that he has content that makes him look like a bigger rat than we already think he is? Wow, man!
It gets worse.
It must involve animals and and all kinds of weird, religious thing or something.
I know, right?
What that would be?
The animal intestines in the Ziploc bag threw me for a loop. I could not believe it. And when Lene Stacks came on, she confirmed it. And I'm like, animal intestines in a Ziploc bag? Can you imagine that being in his dirty, dirty bag for 3 days and it's not refrigerated or frozen or anything, the smell from that should have been horrendous. It should have been horrendous. Honestly, if she's dropping behind the scene videos, please drop those. I think we'll all be watching that. But
I'm a little scared.
I just like, I don't know what it's almost like this. When you think he couldn't go any lower, he does, and it's like twice as low. And it's just a matter of how low are you going on when it comes down to how he's handling the situation with his mother. I don't want to believe it can get worse than that, but I fear that it can. And I think that's the same fear that she's having too. Like, if you all think the way he handles his mother is bad, let me show you this. Like, the level of depravity is so disturbing. It's so disturbing. And that is how she has to, when you go to court, Marianne, that is how you have to articulate it. That is how you have to write this out in your petition for a protection order. Here's an example of how he's treating his mother, Your Honor. So if he's keeping his mother isolated, no one can confirm proof of life. He won't tell his siblings about her doctor's appointments or allow them to see her. You have wellness checks that, going to the house with police officers and the elderly association. He doesn't open the door. He himself posted up that the police had came to the home 3 times in 4 weeks. 3 times in 4 weeks. That's almost 1 call a week where the siblings are trying to get him to show proof of life. Just let us see our mom. Let us spend time with her. Why are you keeping us away from her? Why are you not answering the door when the police show up to do a wellness check? And then he dodges service when they try to take him to court over it. That is what we're dealing with here, people. And that's something that the judge would hear and be like, well, what in the world? And she's an elderly disabled person with health issues. So you combine those 3 things, and then he can't explain why he keeps his siblings, other than being vindictive and retaliatory, away from their own mother. Why he has not allowed his own mother to see her own children in years. And he can't explain why, other than I cut him off and I don't want to talk to him. You imagine how that sounds to a judge. And then you add on the doxing, the harassment. I think Black Anonymous said that he went after Lennon Honor's minor child. That is, the lurking, that if she can show that this is truly him and is connected to him and his information, his profiles, that's called, mimicking, where you create fake profiles, or you create profiles where you're, trying to follow and keep up with someone. Cyber stalking, even. There's so many things that could come out of this. But it has to be put down in writing to the court properly, in the proper pleadings and documents and filings. And it has to be expressed to where the judge can understand exactly what's going on and hear and see how depraved this man is with the documentation and evidence. That has to come together. So I've invited her to come on and interview. I would love to tell her how she could get that together, but I don't think it would be difficult to get this TRO. But she definitely would have to prepare herself for whatever he does out of retaliation, because he's extraordinarily vindictive. And that's the fact that he does not have any respect for the rule of law or any regard for the rule of law. That's what makes him even more dangerous. So, but let's not forget how he treats his own mother. But we have 3 more minutes of it, so let's finish this out, guys.
I came on Leonard because it was a trigger thing that made me come on Leonard, Mr. Honor's channel. And then he can't even come out with a video on Marianne. He can't, because I'm up to like neck with receipt for him. Unbelievable. That's too much. You got on my channel? You subscribe to my channel as a paid member? You're sick. You're sick. I may not be no psychiatrist, but you know what? You're sick. That's a mental issue. I really believe he has some mental issue. It's
Yeah,
not
we all
normal.
do.
Anyway,
Yes, we all do.
like I said, to make it clear so no one twist my word, no one has the right to take a life. But this man has said some very harsh and hurtful things. We're gonna keep it real. Maybe, it's not the time to get into all that, but if the fact is the fact. And my condolence to his family. And I say that with a sincere heart. But when we have people out here that say things that belittle your race, and then you have somebody in your community who is bringing you, hey, they could say all this, but this is not what we are. Support that. Elevate that. Let's not feed on the chip and Twizzler. Let's get the vegetable. Let's get the potato. Let's get the protein. We are better than that. I want to say thank you to my YouTube family. Thank you for the embrace. What am I going on? 5 weeks now? Going on 6? Thank you. I truly enjoy this. But when I got that little notification, it's upsetting. It's just upsetting. He just won't stop. So every time you come at me, UMAR, I'm going to come right back at you. You want to tap dance? We're going to dance. So these people telling me I can't get no restraining order because I don't have enough merit for no restraining order, but they could take a report. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm not in the best demeanor. I'm a little tired. I probably look all crazy, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. Every time he acts up, I'm coming out publicly. That's how you contain him. That's how you do it. Okay, thank you. Until next time, Marianne. And please make sure you guys enjoy Black Excellent. And I have more to come. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so that's the full video there. This is sorry. Wait a minute. There we go. So Johnny Walker Dread. This is interesting. Overall, what you think? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I don't know. I don't really care for the, if you come after me, I'm going to come after you. I've got lots of dirt on you. I can unveil if you keep attacking me. I think that most lawyers would probably tell her not to do that.
Yeah.
Because that almost looks like she's getting into the mud with him.
Engaging.
But then again, maybe that's her last resort. Maybe she's tried everything and this is her last chance at it. But that could also be looked upon as blackmail. And she has to be kind of careful there.
Yeah. Depending on what she has. I mean, if it's like, if you're talking about like behind the scene video clips of her film, that's one thing. But you're talking about like personal info that, would not be released ordinarily on its own. Like if someone does a movie and they put behind the scene videos out, she owns the rights to it. That's one thing, because it's not like it's something where it's just 101. These are video clips of behind the scenes from a film with other people in the film, other people around witnessing the recording and everything. I don't know. Unless he said something very personal and it was supposed to remain amongst them. But you talk about like she catches some photos of him, hanging a cat. I mean, that's not something that, you would expect to just make it out to the public like that. If it's something where that is more personal information that normally would not be available to the public, I wouldn't do that. I'm
a lawyer, so I don't know, but I would probably caution her about making these kind of statements. You might want to talk to your lawyer about that.
Yeah.
Because that could be considered blackmail. Like, you got stuff on me and you're threatening to reveal that if I don't do something for you.
Yeah.
Don't know. Others might say, no, that's, that what goes around comes around, but I don't know.
I think it's the way it's phrased and worded too, and it's just my opinion on this. It's our opinion on this, guys, but that's what it comes down to. Is just, I'll release his dirt on you if you don't leave me alone. Like, no, if he did something that is, worthy of you reporting as a crime, you need to just do it because it's the right thing to do. And anything else, like if she just says, hey, I have some behind the scene video clips from the film that I'm going to make available on my membership channel, you guys make sure you come check it out. This is information, and it gives you better insight on the film itself. And she left it at that. He doesn't even have to come up. It doesn't even have to come off as a threat. You could just release the behind the scene video clips.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's something he's done and said that was embarrassing or stupid, then it's in the behind the scene video clips. But you're not going out of your way to paint a narrative that you're doing it for the intent and purposes of trying to get him to do something, like you said. So I understand where you're coming from with it. And, I would not say it like that. I wouldn't, but that's me. I just hope that he doesn't go and use this against her to say, well, she's trying to extort me, release. She said she's going to release something about me. And what is that? What does that mean? Because the judge is going to ask the same thing. So, okay, so can you explain what you mean when you say this? Because it's going to be left to open interpretation if you don't. So
agreed.
Hopefully she can come back and maybe redress that and say, hey, it's just behind the scene clips of the film. Okay, well then just put that out. I would post that up, put it on the membership. Either way, I would just post it up. But I wouldn't do it in a way to where I'm trying to give this, some level of impropriety that I'm trying to force someone to do or not do something. Because we have laws for that, right? You want him to stop doing something. You want him to cease and desist from doing something. You can send him a letter. You can get an order. You can get a protection order. There are ways to handle that legally through the court. She doesn't have to fight that battle alone. So hopefully she doesn't feel discouraged because the police just weren't the right avenue to go down. She needs to go directly to the court.
I don't know how to advise her. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's just.
It's.
Yeah, that's tricky.
But we can all agree that he's a scumbag. We
absolutely.
We may disagree on a lot
absolutely.
of things. I think the world can say we don't agree on everything, but UMAR being a scumbag, yep.
Yeah,
we're all on board. The Ukrainians and the Russians, they say, we can't stand each other. We're fighting, but we do agree that dude over there in the United States is a real scumbag.
Exactly. There are a lot of things we can agree to, and just right. Yeah, man. And I can also, I can agree to this photo you sent me, this mugshot of Rashad. What am I? Okay, so I see two video links. Which one am I pulling up?
The very first one.
Okay, so I suggest we start here. So you said this is Hold on. Okay, we about to get it. Let me share the tab. Okay. This is something else.
Should be pretty short. I think it's 2 minutes, maybe.
Ooh. Okay, let's get to this. This is something else. So don't miss out on Rashad Richie swag. Okay, all right, let's go.
Come and get it. Come and get it. This is on RichieSwag.com.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, you can't see it? I'm sorry.
I'm not seeing it.
Hold on.
Else maybe. There it goes.
There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we good. We started. I'm gonna start it over. All right.
Come and get it. Come and get it. This is on RichieSwag.com. He's selling bumper stickers that say, "Beware, I know Dr. Rashad Richie, and I am not making this up." That's right. You can get a bumper sticker that proclaims to the world that you know Dr. Rashad Richie, and therefore you're not one to mess with. It even says at the top, F around and find out. No. Can you imagine doing this? What kind of person does this? And there they are with their bumper stickers. They put them on their laptops. They got them on the back of their car, and that's clearly photoshopped. So for $10, you can tell everybody that you know Dr. Rashad Ritchie, and therefore whatever you say goes, I guess. Over at the Young Turks shopping mall, you can get a copy of his signed book. That's right, an exclusive signed copy.
Let me read this. Hold on. Ancient Egyptian Mastery of Quantum Physics, Vibratory Frequency, and Geometric. What now?
I can't read. I can't remember. I have the book here,
What?
sitting here. So it's right here.
What in the world?
And it says geometric sciences, which geometry is not a science, but okay. And by the way, it's not vibratory frequency, vibrational. We don't use vibratory in physics, right? And ancient Egyptians. Well, go ahead. I'll let it.
Man,
I'll let
do you see? Am I
and
tripping here?
This is the big book that he's, it's like, and it's written in like, take a look at, I mean, there's almost no content.
That is, how many pages is it? How many pages is that book?
It is about, hang on, I think it's around 60, 70, but it's double spaced and 12-point font. So it's, this book is like what you turn into your teacher when you really don't have a lot, and the teacher's saying we need 4 pages. Okay, 18-point, triple space. It's exactly
Rashad,
what it is.
Rashad, you're writing, you're publishing and writing books like a 4th grader. You can't take him seriously.
The top, this line here is higher than this one. I don't even know how to do that on purpose.
What in the world? Yeah, this book is double spaced.
Here. It's crazy. And it's
who's
almost
the publisher?
Like he self-published it. He self-published this thing up, put it on Amazon. It's got like 15 reviews so far, but according to him, it's a bestseller.
That is insanity. It's insane.
Play on. The insanity gets worse. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. We're gonna finish this out.
Of Dr. Rashad Ritchie's first book on ancient Egyptian mastery of quantum physics. Here's a little note to you. Ancient Egyptians didn't know the first thing about quantum mechanics or quantum physics or quantum field theory. But whatever, $14 get you this exclusive signed copy. Although it's rather interesting because if you go to Amazon.com, you can get his book for $16. So let me get this straight. For $16, you can get an unsigned copy, but if he signs it for you, you only have to pay $14. In other words, he has to pay you $2 to sign the book. I'm not joking you.
Just the value of the book.
Like my video and subscribe to my channel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I actually have 2 videos where I just take a random chapter and read it, and oh my God, it's side splitting, like the one where he proves that ancient Egyptians knew quantum mechanics because of their tattoos.
Rashad, you playing with us.
Radios. They're like radios. The way that I'm not joking you. But yeah, Rashad, Saturday night, everybody. And that, by the way, that is the fun side of Rashad. And on Saturday night, I'll show you the not so fun side. And it's got a lot of UMAR kind of vibes about it. He's got a violent past. And
I see the mugshot.
Oh yeah, did you show the you want to go ahead and show it?
I can show the mug. Let me hold on. Let me save this image. Y'all, there's a mugshot of Rashad Ritchie. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up, Rashad Ritchie. You got a mugshot. Oh my God. And this shirt is messed up. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm saving it. You cannot make this up.
it gets
This is
wild.
so. What in the world? What kind of fight was this? He's crazy. Oh my god!
Let me tell you whose blood that is.
Hold on a second. Let me. Is it hit? It doesn't even look like it's coming out of his body. It looks like it's just on his shirt. I
Yeah,
see it. It
because
looks
it's
like
not
it got a
his blood.
scratch. Oh my lord!
That's the person that he assaulted. That's his blood. That's not his own.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
why? What is he holding to his shoulder?
I don't know. I think it might be like something like a something to clean up the blood or something like that.
What
But that's his girlfriend's blood. He's beating the living hell out of her. This guy is domestic violence.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rashad Richie.
Yeah. I mean, he's got battery, burglary. He brags about his drug dealing days when he was a minor. And the felony eluding police we're going to talk about on Saturday night is an absolute, it's hysterical. Oh my God, it's hilarious. So all you guys out there, even if you don't know who this dude is, tune in Saturday night because it gets wild. And by the way, this is the sane part. When we start talking about his academic background, it gets really strange. Rashad has and by the way, he was at this time actually it was only a couple of years later he became the political director for the Democratic Party of Georgia. And how he got that job is itself
beyond me.
a story.
I told you he recommended a corrupt judge who was under JQC investigation, right?
Yeah. Well, there was another judge. There's another judge that was on his fake university as a professor, Cassandra Kirk. She's a magistrate in Atlanta. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to so look her up.
Cassandra Kirk.
Judge Cassandra Kirk. You can't make this up.
No. Oh, it's wild. It is absolutely crazy what went on in Atlanta. What's that?
Meet Judge Cassandra Kirk as a teacher. She was supposed to be the teacher.
Yeah, she was going to be the faculty. She was going to be one of the law professors on his fake scam university that he was going to use to try to pilfer money from unsuspecting foreigners. And then somebody blew the whistle on it, and he had to take the university down. And so I'm going to take credit on that. I'm going to take credit on that one because I exposed that whole scam thing, and that alone was worth a few videos. I had like 3 videos on it, but no, his shenanigans make UMAR look like a Norman Rockwell painting in comparison. So yeah, it's Saturday night, everybody. You don't want to miss it. And I don't know how much we're going to be able to get through.
You see why I said I want to do some research, right? Because this is the stuff that I want to. Now I'm curious as to what his criminal cases. If you have those case numbers, I will look them up.
Well, they're all linked on my videos that I've produced on his, and I can provide you the links to the videos. But no, on my videos, I not only show the screen captures of the government documents, but I also link them in the comments. So I document everything.
Ooh.
I mean, anybody can go on, they can look up the real, and obviously the Democratic Party didn't look it up or they didn't care. And then a blogger from Oklahoma who lives about 20 miles from me, I don't know him personally, exposed it, and it caused the end of Rashad Richie's political career. And then, of course, and the person who hired him ended up going to prison for 5 years because he stole $2 million from his clients. Yeah, this was the chairman of the Georgia Democratic Party. The chair. They found out that what he was doing was, if you wanted to buy property, you'd give him the money to put in escrow for you, and he would just steal it.
What?
He stole $2 million, spent 5 years in prison. and then Rashad wrecked his car.
You gotta be kidding out. Listen,
and then led the police on a chase, okay, in this guy's car. So
and that's the felony fleeing from the police.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't make this up.
Suspended license. And his license was suspended. Why? Because he wasn't paying his child support.
What the hell? You can't make this up. He's like Umar.
Oh,
he's like Umar with this.
Umar makes him look like a middle school honor student. I mean,
why is it that they got to be chased down for child support? Is it the same mother, the woman that he beat here that led to this mugshot? Is that one of the mother of his children?
I don't know. I honestly don't. However,
oh my God,
the child that he claimed it wasn't his, and the court had to make him take a paternity test. So at that point, and what he did to the state senator from Georgia is even more pathetic and disgusting. And I have a video on it.
Oh my God.
Keep in mind, this man's kept me busy. His shenanigans so far have spanned 123 videos on my channel.
Oh my dear Lord. I can't even listen. I can't even be mad about you because I think I have almost 75 or 80 plus videos on Tiffany Hilliard. She got a whole playlist. I've been researching on her for a while. So yeah. It comes down to it. And people think that's all the content I have here. That's so crazy.
Yeah, and
I cannot believe this is something else.
Kyle Rittenhouse is my main claim. I have 560 videos on him. But
oh my
that's
God,
pretty much a totally different deal. That's even crazier, but yeah.
I can't.
Oh yeah,
this
Rashad
Richie.
Y'all
listen.
Don't want to miss this.
Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. This was man, we had fun here in the Lady Luck Club. It's never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
Not at all. So I look forward to it. I'm gonna schedule the live. I'm gonna use this photo as my thumbnail. Yes, I am.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna use the photo as my thumbnail. And we're gonna schedule it. It's gonna be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys. Saturday with Rashad Richie. This time I will be well prepared and well researched. And until then, you guys make sure you check out Johnny Walker Dread. Check out his content, his channel. He has over 120 plus videos over Rashad Richie. You said something else.
Yeah, like 130, I think, by now.
130 videos on Rashad Richie exposing him on every level. Keep at it because this filth should not be on the Young Turks. You would think they would go after, and try to promote platforms that just report on facts and information. Yeah, no, they want to have Rashad Richie on here with this mugshot. Okay, cool. So we're gonna highlight that. I can't believe this. But you guys tune in on Saturday. I'm gonna drop it. If you have any other questions or anything, you feel free to email me. You guys reach out to Johnny Walker Dread on his channel and comment and leave questions and comments. Hit the like button and subscribe. Check him out. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you on Saturday, Johnny Walker. You better take care. Have a good one.
Appreciate it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. All right.
Take care.
You too. Bye. All right, y'all. This is going to be our thumbnail. That's going to be our thumbnail for our videos. Rashad Richie. Oh, he's going to be so pissed. How do the Young Turks not know? I think they do. I think they know. This is something else. Diamond Life. Oh my God. I know. He doesn't seem like a violent person. You would think you see him on his show and he's so polished. He's got this suit and tie and very well articulate, and the expressions are well controlled, and put the video up, and it just the facade of it all. It's like putting on a mask. The show. And this is what you get. This mugshot is something else. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. my goodness. Man, Rashad, you send your weird attorneys in my comment section if you want to. You're going to catch an earful. And I promise you that. You will catch an earful from me, Rashad. I'm not calling you doctor. I think that's something that should be definitely earned, and it should be earned with respect. I don't know, man. So, yeah, this is going to be our thumbnail. Rashad Richie's mugshot. I don't know how old this is, but Johnny Walker Dread has a whole playlist of videos on Rashad Richie on his channel. It looks older. I can tell you that. It looks at the very least, it seems like it's 10 years old. Because if you look at, his current, like, most recent videos, I mean, he's definitely got a lot, fuller. He looks a little older in the face. He has a lower haircut. Right here, he looks like he just got the ass whooping of a lifetime. He got the ass whooping. He looks so defeated. I can't believe this. And then this is the girlfriend's blood on his clothes, on his shirt. This is some scum shit right here. You getting a mugshot photograph with woman's blood on your shirt from beating her. Yeah. What scum he is. Yeah, I did too. I stopped watching a long time ago as well, Saint. The Young Turks, there's no way they don't know about this. Because, this is public information. They have to know about this. And man. All right, y'all. I'm looking forward to Saturday. Thank you all so much for tuning in as well. I hope that Mary Ann Lorient does go and get her TRO done. I invited her on for, an interview or chat here in the Lady Luck Club. And I know she has a lot going on. And that's what, I'm pushing down a pillow. That's what she, when I reached out to her, right now, she basically said it's not a good time, which I can understand. So I told her whenever she's ready, I will be ready, and would love to have her here on the platform to talk with her. And hopefully she sees this video and know that I'm rooting for her to get this TRO, because the Prince of Pan Crust Pizza is dangerous. He's dangerous. If you're doxing minor children, Umar, you are a piece of shit. If you're doing this to children, minor children, Lennon's children have nothing to do with whatever your gripe is against him. And just because you're a shit father and you don't care about your daughters, your children, does not mean that Lennon Honor does not care about his kids. Leave the kids out of it. That's a low blow. No one has gone out their way to dox your children at all. Your children are sitting here crying out to you, one of them anyway, crying out to you on social media to try to get to know you, to at least try to establish some relationship with you. But real men don't move that way. Real men don't sit here and dox minor children of any, whether it be the father or the mother. Real men don't do that. You're a coward. And that was a punk move. You could put me in the book of Negroes, piece of crap. When your belly is filled with pork rinds and hog maw and pig feet, I don't take you seriously anyway. And like I said, anytime whatever school he proclaims to have graduated from and obtained a degree from, I will get that dissertation. Yep. You better ask somebody. Y'all better ask Jay Witt. I did a whole video reading the email I sent to the school. Now, it's supposed to be made available to the public. You all need to post it up and send me a copy. Umar is deplorable. But this right here, man, Rashad Richie is going to be something else. Keep your little attorneys at bay, bro. Tell them don't be throwing tantrums in comment sections. It's not appealing. It's not cute. All right, y'all. We're going on to 3 hours. This was fantastic. Thursday Eve, Friday Eve, almost. You guys make sure you hit the like button on the way out. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I do have some videos I'm going to be making. You guys know the weekends is the best time for me to post out videos to premiere. I'm still working on the video comparing FDMG to LeBron James and Jalen Rose schools. I have not been able to finish that yet. Real life happens. I have a job. It is what it is. All right. So thank you all so much for the support. I forgot the $25 goal, as I always do, but I saw, yay, there we go. I have a super. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Graham. Thank you for the $5 super. He's now getting canceled by his own Instagram followers for not cheering on the recent unaliving that's in the news. Wow. Wow. That's something else. Thank you for the $5 super, Graham. I appreciate that. And man, it's rather sad. I'm more curious about Umar's undergrad experience. Yeah, I want to see the transcript. Umar, you haven't shown any evidence that you actually graduated from PCOP. What's the transcript and copy of the actual degree, and a video or photo of you walking across the aisle and getting that degree? Because right now, that seems to be the biggest con of all. We all know you're not opening the school, but you getting a doctorate degree with that shit dissertation that you turned in and submitted, and somehow 3 advisors thought, yeah, this sounds good, we'll go with this. Like that's the biggest grift of all. That's the biggest con to me, because it's undermining the value of education. And no, you don't value education, Umar. You roly-poly Swiss roll. You do not value education. He's a clown. All right, y'all, I'm done. You guys make sure you hit the like button and tune in for more videos that are going to be premiering between tonight and tomorrow. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces. Good night, everybody.